Yeah. Shout out Michelle Obama, first of all.
Shout out Michelle Obama.
Let's get it round.
We're disagreeing with you in our approach. We are taking the low road, but. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 24. It's our Kobe episode. That's the next one. Of the Jam. It's JJ, A.B. Allen, Matt, the way it always is.
The way it always is.
How we doing this week?
Man. I almost messed it up for everybody. Bro, this week, man, I can't even think straight, bro.
I didn't even week, I barely woke up on time. It's been so much happening. Every single time I feel like we leave an episode and come back, more things happen off camera.
Yeah.
Like it doubles
literally
each time.
And I feel like it all hits when that camera turns on of like, oh wow, all this happened.
It's the only time we get to sit down and recount.
You know, it's like you come into consciousness as soon as the camera comes. Because I've been switched off this whole week.
Yeah, you turn 8.
Off the 3-5 of despair.
But this week, as always, we got a jam-packed episode for y'all. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. We got individualism, social media, what the impacts on that is. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Whose segment is that?
Whoa.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Then we're gonna be talking about, it's known that Stephen A. might want to make a run for something. And he had an appearance where he was commenting on Michelle Obama. So we're going to weigh in, see what was talked about there. Don't get your hopes up too high.
Yep.
Finally, we're going to also be talking about Texas and why there's a lot of Texans in the state of Illinois right now.
Yep.
What's going on? We'll talk about that
Slide
as well.
to the J.
And then we'll move into our doom where we're going to be talking about these weird people. There's a lot of weird people
just weird
in
culture
the presidency, outside the presidency,
in the entertainment
in the
industry.
entertainment industry.
Particularly men. It's a lot of
There's a lot of weird dudes who like spawn camp. We're gonna get into all
Pre-orders.
Pre-orders of
We saw the
Doom.
dinners, Drake.
Oh my God. Just a straight bully.
Allegedly.
Straight bully. Back in.
For rides.
But then we're gonna finish off with Jam Talks comment. Make sure you leave a comment with hashtag Jam Talks.
We actually got a few today.
Yeah, we actually got a few.
Yep.
And also something that you need to make sure you need to do. I don't even have the statistics on hand because I'm not one of those YouTubers who memorize the statistics. But I know a majority of y'all are not subscribed.
Yep.
So what are we doing?
What's going on?
Alan,
Bro.
Tell them, bro.
get on them. Make them subscribe.
We sitting on this couch right here, bro. Giving y'all the entertainment y'all love. The best y'all can do is share it.
That's
Why aren't y'all? I tell y'all every week, share it. Share the video.
It's getting disappointing at this point.
And then if you want to comment, hashtag Jam Talk.
On every platform.
It's one
Hashtag
button.
It's
Jam
one
Talk.
button. I must be. Am I switched?
I might be switched.
I might be switched.
It must be switched
Gotta
because
hit that like,
sometimes
that
I have a hard time remembering what platforms they could find
Yeah,
us on,
true.
man.
What
So tell us.
platforms
Hold on.
could they find us on?
What we talking about?
Spotify.
What we talking
We're
about?
gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
Spotify.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Prime.
Spotify.
You said I
yeah.
was the first one. You said
Okay. All right.
YouTube.
iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram,
Jay-Z shit.
TikTok, Rock Nation.
Rock Nation. Look, now we're in a conspiracy. Now.
There are 19 people watching.
I knew it.
It's something that we can't focus.
Freudian
You can see
slip.
you see the triangle in his eye.
If you see the Illuminati signature right there and the Rock Nation.
But
You can see Dochi behind him.
But yeah, before we get any further, let's start off with what we never forget. Definitely didn't forget it last week.
Don't forget it.
The fit check.
Fit check, jam format. JJ, start us off, gang.
Definitely did.
So this week I got the McQueens at the
Yeah,
comeback.
nah,
Right here really match with the blue right here.
Bro, that's like perfect, like
Half evil.
hue.
Yes,
that is actually
I
nice
really
stuff.
like the wash on these pants. It's become my favorite pants like recently.
They're
So
fire.
half evils just got them. Then the guest shirt.
That's a nice guest shirt.
Bro.
You look like a stout man. You know what I mean?
Credit score 920.
You know what I
Just got
mean?
done golfing.
Yeah,
Just
it really.
yeah, that's
with
a golf
with the
fit.
chain as well, and then you got the two bracelets.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bro,
nah,
I like that
stacking
combo.
them today.
I like that combo.
You
That's
like
like hard.
Double.
Too much money.
All right.
AB.
Maybe what you
I
doing?
know your boy got the Columbia 4s on.
Yeah,
the
nah, man.
Cannot
You
go
feel
wrong
me?
with the Columbia.
Got the what is this called?
I forgot the brand.
I forgot. Yeah.
What's the brand? I forgot
Hold
the
on,
brand.
I gotta look at the back tab.
I ain't never
Righteous.
I ain't never seen
Righteous.
Don't look at his own back.
Hold on. I need y'all to put that exact timestamp so I can screenshot that shit. I need to read that. That has to be the thumbnail.
Oh, them the shirts you just bought.
Yeah.
from the store.
Righteous shorts, you feel me? Got the House of Error tee.
House of Air. That's a crazy pull. Y'all don't even know about
Y'all
House
don't
of
even
Air.
know about that.
Chain, got
Yes,
the
sir.
Satchel of Doom.
On the blue.
Coach Satchel of Doom.
Coach Satchel.
Blue on blue
With the blue dial. I see the blue dial.
Yeah, the blue was matching the blue on the
Watch
dot.
on the Shadur, yeah.
Hello, what you got on, gang?
I'm feeling myself.
You know you
we
repping
got
it,
the we got the Timbs on. For
Yeah,
us.
yeah, no
We
matter
on
what the
calm
weather
shit. We
is,
got
yes,
the
sir.
Veil rhinestone gem
You
jeans.
had
Can't
it.
even get this shit. no
Can't get
more.
it.
I can't
Hell
even
no.
see the nigga because it's glistening off.
It's glistening.
Damn.
That's why you gotta share. We got the Soho long sleeve.
You know what I mean? Soho Studios, right?
Soho Studios.
Yeah,
bro.
that's by creative director Alan Arnold, right?
Say no more.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, drop is coming so soon that the link is gonna be in the bio.
Y'all
Yeah,
better
oh,
pay
yeah.
attention in
Oh,
these
yeah.
It's gonna be
couple
in there.
episodes.
It's coming, y'all.
You see that freedom shirt in the
Y'all
back? You
see
see it?
Yeah, y'all don't
Yeah.
even see what's coming too.
Tell them what type of ice you got on. What type
bro,
of fit,
hold on,
man?
you feel-
Got the braids done and that.
Braids on the top, got the royal.
You know what I mean? Royalty on it. You
Last
feel
but
me?
not least, man.
I got the your 9 cent calm little fit today. You feel me?
Calm.
Got
Calm.
the
That shit hard.
JJ gratuities on. You feel me?
JJ
You know what I
JJ
mean?
shoes.
Yep, JJ shoes. They ain't my shoes. JJ's on. I got the Hudson jeans. Hudson
Yeah,
jeans.
sure. What they know about the hood?
They don't
They ain't
even
got-
know
they don't
about
know
the
nothing about
Hudson
the
They don't even know
jeans.
about the panels on the
You know what I mean?
side.
They don't got the panels on the side for real. Got the veil tee, you feel me?
Bro.
It's not even a tee.
That's
Veil
not even tea,
hoodie.
this is
Veil hoodie, you know what I mean?
Tough
Got
to
the rips in
distress.
it. Yeah, feel me? I got the locks out today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm feeling Rasta.
I'm
You know what I mean?
fucking with the fits. It's kind of like a 2 and 2, you know, the white and blue.
Yeah,
the
I'm
black.
rocking
Hell yeah.
with it. I'm rocking with it.
That's a lot for a
But
fit.
yeah,
I just noticed that. Damn.
Yeah.
besides the clothing, you know, we always be fitted, and I think recently over the last week we had an occasion where we went out and we was fitted on purpose because we had to meet somebody very special.
Gang.
Very
He's
special.
not
man.
sitting in the chair. A lot of y'all might have thought that this episode was coming
Yeah.
this one.
Got
But
you.
got you the-
Not-
It's not today, but it will happen.
keep
It's
your eyes
coming.
open.
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open.
peeled.
If you don't know who we're talking about, those you at home who aren't paying attention to the individual social media platform,
Which, by the way,
like we tell you to do every week.
J. William J.
Or
What's your shit?
J. William J. or J. William J. 8 on every platform.
AB the artist.
Yeah.
SohoStudios.co.
What you on, man?
And if you were following, like we said, and if you were sharing, like we said, you would have seen that we linked up with Deonte Kyle while he was in Chicago.
The
for
grits
Lala.
and eggs.
Grits and
Pie.
eggs.
The number one pod out.
The number
I
one.
don't know if I can say number one.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what day it was. I just remember I woke up and I started screaming because I opened my phone. It was after we met with him. So randomly we heard that he was
Hold on,
in.
before we even get to that, bro, the is a genuine person.
Yeah,
Bro,
I was we were gonna get to that.
Okay.
We was gonna get to
Let's
that.
get to- we'll get to it,
Bro,
we'll get
he's
to it.
so cold, bro.
Deonte, and I can't wait till either the clip drops or he sees it. Deonte is pretty much exactly who I figured he would be through seeing him like over the phone, like throughout these couple years, especially seeing the stuff he's been talking about. We linked with him because he was in Chicago. He met up with some cool people. I believe he met up with Chance and everything. Like he was just bulling
Because
around
Chance had
Chicago.
the listening party.
Yeah.
For
For his album.
Starline. What is it? Starline?
It's called Starline.
Star.
What it's called? I don't know what it's called.
Starline. I think
Oh, yeah,
it's
check
Starline.
the album
Let me check.
title.
Let me check.
But
Hold on.
Chance dropped him. He was in town for that. He was in town for Lala. He was getting recognized and everything, which was super cool to see because he's from down south. So like he was still like getting mobbed in Chicago because you know that man is
Starline.
blowing up right now.
Yeah.
And we decided to link with him because he had been mutual with me for a while. So I just reached out to him and then we all had dinner or we had lunch. And when I tell y'all, the footage was there was not footage. We didn't
Yeah.
record it.
I
We-
recorded
that
I
could have
think
been
I
like a
recorded-
whole
that was a
I recorded-
podcast episode in and of
I
itself.
think I recorded like 4 seconds for the day in the life. But other than that, like,
Man,
Nah, we was locked
bro.
in just chopping it up, bro.
bro.
Just talking.
I
to me.
turned into a changed man that day.
Oh,
I've never eaten steak beyond like or before like well done.
which
Crazy.
is nuts.
Which is nuts.
But
Bro, he
Bro,
what are you doing? Get the medium well. I'm like, nah, bro. He's a You will be a changed man.
You will, bro.
Dug into that steak, ate it. FICO score went up like 15%. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Nigga voice changed and everything.
He started laughing
like it was like I ain't gonna lie, like,
I got money.
like it was so good to the point I had to take my girl back over there. Like
Yeah.
The
next day,
went?
the
Yeah.
next day he was walking around. He came back over to the area.
We randomly saw this on the street the next day.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. Meeting Deonte Kyle was fire, but
was
nigga,
fire.
that steak was something.
that steak was different, gang.
I
shit was good as
had this
hell.
burger. Everything at the restaurant we went to was really good. We was with Deonte and his manager
Brian.
and they are both
Be right.
They're both
Bro,
cool.
cool.
as hell.
I say, bro, I genuinely say, bro, like, I feel like when it comes to social media in general, you always kind of like, you don't know how people gonna be. You don't know how. You know what I'm
you're always
saying?
nervous about it.
You always nervous about it. Yeah. When you meet cool ass people that do the exact
It's
same
so
thing you do that you
refreshing.
can relate to. Oh my, bro, it was so cool to just relate to that.
I was gonna say about like relating. We had spent a lot of time talking about like the realities of going through this shit. Because at the end of the day, all of us are just kind of like normal people who found ourselves blowing up on social media. So like we were talking to him about navigating the pressures that come with that. Like even with the success, keeping yourself grounded. Like all types of ways that a lot of rich white people become out of touch and all types of shit. We were just having the realist.
It was the talk. I ain't gonna lie, y'all missed it.
Y'all missed it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Been there,
But things are in the work. I'm not gonna.
True, yeah.
We're not gonna let too much out. But
the
keep your eyes open for that.
relatability was like the most special thing because genuinely, like, it's not like we skip steps, but it feels like everything is happening so fast.
Yeah.
So for someone to understand it and then like say it in the way he said it was like, damn, like that's exactly.
And he got
what's
that. He got that
happening.
age on this. He got that wisdom.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He got that
that's,
wisdom.
that's another thing that's hard to remember sometimes, that there's all types of age demographics in this shit when you're doing social media. And usually, at least at this point in all of our career, we're still the youngest people in the room.
Usually 21-year-olds are just dickheads.
Yeah,
Like,
so
keeping it
usually 20 is not
I'm
much.
just keeping it
Yeah,
real.
usually it's not much a 21-year-old is gonna relate with someone in their 30s about it. But given like the subject matter and everything, it was super cool seeing that common ground.
Yeah.
It was just a really nice conversation. I think was definitely needed. Did you just find your brush?
Just
Yo, he was before the pod. He was looking for this brush.
yo, this man just spawned a brush out of nowhere. Like literally.
Whipped off the weapon wheel.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
He had to make sure he fresh it all
Niggas
the
get
time.
new hoodies and start pulling magical shit out.
But Deonte Kyle meeting him was just the tip of the iceberg, because then I remember the next day. That's why I woke up and almost started screaming. I didn't have time to process what happened. Go home. He goes and does what he does. I'm pretty sure he dipped out like the next day from Chicago. I wake up. I open my story. And Van Lathan of the Higher Learning podcast, notorious. We have one of our first clips was about Van Lathan and how he did EA bogus.
Literally.
And this nigga Van Lathan, of his own volition, goes on his story. Is like top 2 podcasts out right now is Grits and Eggs and the Jam. And I love what
top
he's
2
doing.
podcasts in the world.
In the world. He said the world, gang.
I'm gonna listen to Van Lathan, and that's why you should subscribe.
That's it.
I'm gonna give it. I probably watched that video.
No, like 40
I
times.
probably watched it like 4 or 5 times.
And the thing is, bro, I'm mid-edit, right? I'm mid-edit. And I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, damn, I don't really want to do this shit right now. Because, like, usually when I wake up early, it's that down period where it's like, fuck, I don't even feel like doing shit.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm laying back in the chair, about to go to sleep. I get a call from Deonte. Hello? Yo, he said, bro, did you see the shit that Van Lathan posted? What'd he post? I go to the shit. Man, I'm jealous, y'all.
And that's like,
what?
and also, shout out Van. He's
Shout out
always
Van,
like,
bro.
he's always like talked us up. He's always like believed in the shit that we're trying to build and everything.
For real,
and to see
man.
that like just randomly on my morning, I was like, that made my entire.
Bro, it made my entire day. I said this shit on my story. I was like, bro, I have, ever since the conversation we had with him a few months ago, I'm like, I've always remembered what the shit that nigga said in the actual conversation we were talking about. And I'm like, to see that morning, it was like blindsided, but it was like the greatest feeling in the world.
It was insane because, bro, I literally remember being a kid and watching his that shit on TMZ with him arguing with to like going to my story and seeing that. It's like,
Yeah,
What
it's
you
like
mean?
Kids from Chicago. That I'm like,
What
oh.
That was one of the
bro.
most like wholesome internet moments at least I've ever
Nigga.
experienced. And Van has always been somebody, at least through my interactions with him, who's like kind of been putting a battery in our back. So like,
Yeah.
that was super cool to see.
9-year-old JJ, Matt, Allen, Avi are like losing their fucking.
I'm
Screaming right
I'm like on
now.
the
Bro,
ground.
screaming.
So
Like-
that was overall a really cool thing, and that's exactly why we about to keep running this shit up for y'all.
No, bro.
And
We appreciate
as a
all the
result
support.
of that. Also, I don't even know. It wasn't directly as a result of that, but it coincided with the fact that last episode was our biggest episode
Yes.
by far.
by far.
Thank
Let's get a
y'all.
clap for that.
Clap up for y'all. And like it's actually been crazy. Every like a bunch of the clips that we dropped this time has done way better than normal. A bunch of the medium videos have done way better. They've all been hitting the algorithm. Y'all been sharing those, so
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Didn't you say in the beginning of the episode? I think he was like, "This our Jordan episode" or something.
It's Kobe.
Yeah.
no, this
No,
this was
Last
Kobe.
one,
Last
that was the
Jordan.
Jordan
Jordan.
episode.
This one,
That was
Kobe.
the biggest one. Now we following.
So
up
now
with
we know who the GOAT really is. We gonna see who the GOAT is. And shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
If
I
y'all
mean-
run this video up, then I guess Kobe to go.
I think it's appropriate that video got the views it did. It was
Yeah.
violence, nigga.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
violence.
We had
Premium violence.
It did. We did
We
stand
it.
on business with everything, and we're not about to back off of that because we're going to continue with this.
I was gonna be like,
episode,
we're gonna be
actually.
calmer this episode.
Nope. So KSI blackface. So
The boobies.
what happened with that? Okay, so those of y'all who don't know, I'm pretty- I'm pretty sure we all grew up to some extent watching KSI,
Yeah.
watching
Yes.
the Sidemen. I remember my first image for wanting to do like a YouTube group with my closest friends were the Sidemen, which is a group of 7 people from the UK. They've been making gaming videos, all types of shit since like the early 2010s. And KSI is like the biggest member of that group. He box, entertainer, does all types of shit,
Yeah,
right?
CEO.
Not the best music. but-
CIA.
CIA.
when he wants to be. But and he was particularly my favorite like YouTuber as a child. I remember y'all would compare me to him all the time because I had the highest sub count.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
31 subscribers.
Yeah, we was calling JJ KSI when he had 31 subs. Now this nigga has 200K on Instagram.
So
Crazy.
then I stopped paying attention to everything that was going on with them for a while, and then these niggas tell me like 2 days ago or yesterday that something happened with KSI blackface. I don't know what happened. So what?
Basically, there was a girl on or not Twitter. There was a girl on TikTok, and she like first. Okay, well, we got to start back up. What the hell is a labubu, right? A labubu, yeah.
For the people
Explain
that
it.
don't know, it's like, don't you know the bear bricks
Yeah.
or like the cause dolls that
Yeah,
people
like
collect and
it's
shit?
just like collectible.
It's
shit
basically
like
that, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
remind me of no bear brick.
yeah,
Hell
shit
no.
ugly as hell. But I guess it took the world by storm or some shit.
I look up a picture.
Resellers.
Yeah, look up a picture of that motherfucker.
So what
Resellers.
happened with KSI and
So people be making labubus like of not only other people, but like they'll make a Shrek labubu and that, you know what I mean? Just like different versions or variations of the labubu. She made a KSI labubu. I don't even know shorty name. She made a KSI labubu and was like, yeah, it's KSI. And you look at it and it is literally just the doll painted black. It is like black with a fat ass bandana on that bitch, and it's literally just like
brown.
not brown, not even like it fully like black. Like yeah.
Oh,
You seeing it?
okay.
You looking at it?
Yep.
Yeah.
See it?
This is not the
yeah.
Yeah, that's not the move.
To be honest,
I don't know if y'all will be able to see what that is, but like what are we doing?
It was literally just black as hell.
It's just a
On
black
some
ball with
blackface
eyes
shit. Yeah,
and like
yeah.
a bandana.
Yeah.
And that's KSI.
Honestly,
This
though,
why I
I'm
do
not
mine.
surprised though. Should we be surprised?
Nope.
I don't think that we should.
Every now
I
and
think
again,
it's
there's
still
some white
bad.
person that does some outrage shit for some views.
I think it's bad. I think that
And she running it up now too. She getting 1 million views a video now.
Right.
Just trolling on that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
After that?
Hell yeah.
Oh, so she started with like the intention of.
I
it
was
just like
gonna
a
make
trend.
her a pack, but I don't even think she's like
worth it.
No, I-
worth
worth
it.
it.
When
Yeah.
I did my little research on whoever she was, I seen that she was like constantly doing like the Labubu reviews.
Yeah,
and shit.
that's what she done. But
And
now
then
she's
after
milking
that
the shit.
she's milking.
She's just milking the
I
hell
found
out
out
of
about
it.
the Labubu shit. I forgot the content creator, but we were talking about him. He's the dude that be slowing down like his audio.
Oh,
Bro, that
Rayon.
shit be
Yeah,
Rayon.
Yeah.
He did a remake on. I was dying.
Yeah, that shit was- it's like I don't know what you. I mean, the thing is though, I will say as well though, like KSI, the company he keep around too.
KSI doesn't do himself any favors because
Yeah.
he's kind of become the prototypical like meme black person to laugh at, but also it's not like he fully intentionally made that about
Yeah, of
himself.
course.
Since he was in the 2010s, they was
Yeah, they've been doing that shit.
Yeah, he
when
was
you in the,
playing
it's
with
in
it.
the
Also, though,
just,
it's a different culture, though. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, it's UK. You know what I mean? I don't really know the ins and outs of their politics. I know black people are hated everywhere, though.
no, they be
and,
racist
and,
over there.
and Dick Road everywhere. So, genuinely, it's just like,
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like,
KSI was one of those people because I feel like it's not even thought about. I think about nowadays like how little black representation I seen when I would watch like YouTube back in the
Yeah,
day.
It was
yeah.
very
Seeing them.
small.
And KSI
we
is one of
wasn't
those-
on black YouTube.
Yeah,
like growing
KSI
up.
is
no,
one of
not
those
much.
is one of those guys who is black, but he wasn't really on black YouTube because he's from the UK. He was one of the first people who would hear the brunt of all the racist jokes or whatever. That's kind of in Twitch chats nowadays. So that's why it doesn't really surprise me as much. It's just like fuck.
I think I get
Still
called.
here, innit?
I think I
Yep.
get called
Isn't
KSI in my Twitch chat probably every stream.
Yep.
At least once.
Yeah.
At least once by a little
Yeah.
weird nigga.
The fact that people call you KSI in your chat, like they're intentionally being racist.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
one-
that's how it's
like-
been. That's how it's been.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, we do got big foreheads, but like I'm Caribbean.
Yeah, that's
so
just
like,
different.
No,
Yeah,
that's different.
no,
Nah.
no.
What,
I've
KSI?
never been a nigga
No.
who dogged KSI about his forehead, but
No.
your forehead is not KSI's
No,
forehead.
no.
Okay, your forehead is not KSI's.
I don't know if I want
No.
to say what I want to say.
No.
Alopecia.
So
We can cut that up.
Yeah, we gotta cut that. No, we
Speaking of the UK, have y'all seen the privacy shit that's going on in the UK?
which one?
What?
There's usually some privacy.
Yes,
Bro.
with the
Privacy.
kids,
Yeah,
like
so basically they are saying like if you're on YouTube in the UK and you have to, or the EU in general, and you have to like and you're watching any video, you have to like submit your ID
age
to verify your
verification.
age.
Yeah, they're doing
It's-
age
it's rid-
verification.
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
On YouTube?
Yes,
Yeah.
on YouTube. You got to do age verification on YouTube. I think it's age verification for like games and shit. There's somebody that sent a screenshot of like they're playing GTA and it said verify your age before you play the game.
I don't know if
type
that's a
shit.
bad thing. Maybe hot take.
No, I feel like it's bad because like now your data will be sold to niggas. Like
No,
your
it already-
That's the bad.
Yeah.
Well, our data already
I think it
gets
already. I
sold,
think it
though.
already is. I think
Yeah.
the reason why it's not the worst thing in the world because you want to make sure that kids who are of age are playing games, I guess, but also like
Yeah, I was playing.
they about to lie about it.
Right.
Because that's what we did. Like,
then on top-
who's actually at age 12 when you can't be on YouTube or whatever limiter they gonna put in? Yeah, I'm 12. I mean, I get the steps.
No, I
don't
think you.
want
No,
it.
no, no, no. You gotta put your ID in.
Oh,
like,
you have to put
yeah,
your
yeah,
ID.
age
yeah.
verification.
Oh,
Yeah.
like you was getting
like
out.
taking pictures.
Yeah.
Like you was getting
out.
a rent, nigga. Yeah.
Depending on the age, like I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think the good part of it is the regulation aspect.
Yeah.
But I think the bad part is like say you post a video, think about, and it depends on his answer about the age. Think about how many people you'll lose out on then.
I hear that, but this is why I think it's a good thing. We've gotten to a point in this society, nigga, we're too far gone. We need, I think, okay, bro, here, right? You remember COVID was so far gone because of the Trump administration that quarantine needed to happen so we could kind of gain back that time in a sense. And it actually benefited a lot of things like greenhouse like emissions and shit
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
like the
Yeah, like shit like that. I genuinely think that's what we need for social media in a sense. We're so far gone on this shit that I genuinely think you do kind of have to take extreme measures. Maybe not for prolonged periods of time, but at least for a certain amount of time to regain that control over a certain demographic of people. You got 12-year-olds going on Twitch calling girls tortas and whores and sluts and all types of nut shit, and these can't see they.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
I just feel like you do kind of need that like regulation and that sense. Your data gonna get sold anyway.
I mean,
It's
Right.
easy.
I think what you're saying is real because like nigga, they got rid of PBS, so it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's getting to a point where we are so far. They got rid of PBS. but any kid could go online and look up anything. I think if anything, that makes sense, bro.
It's a regulation.
Maybe like 16 years old.
I guess.
Yeah, like maybe 16 years old. 12-year-olds, I don't think 12-year-olds should have unrestricted access to the
can't find it. On that, no.
If you ever seen the 12-year-olds in my Twitch chat, nigga, I got a 12-year-old to this day that be in my YouTube comments like, when you gonna ban me? Because the only thing the nigga was saying in my Twitch chat was like, yeah, I want to fuck Matt. I want to.
You're a 14-year-old in the chat. Call me a pussy, nigga. I'm a
freaky man, bro. Like,
ban them.
Niggas be talking. No, niggas be talking crazy, bro. It's like
talking wild.
I just and that's because you got that unrestricted. I was talking crazy online at 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Hey,
I
you
will
know
say,
what? I think that's actually perfect. Like a little quick story. I remember when GTA came out, I had it on my Xbox, right? Young as hell. And I'm pissing people off in the lobby because, you know, like you can talk to everyone. So I'm pissing them off. They like, hey, yo, we finna pull up to your house. We know where your address is. We finna dox you. I'm scared shitless. I run to my mom. I'm like, they finna come and get me. I didn't go to sleep that
That's how it really be.
Yeah.
That's how it really. I remember you like being a PS4 party and you hear a booter in the party and you immediately get on your shit. You not fucking with that nigga. Yeah, like no, bro.
I'm reading up a little bit. I'm reading up a little bit on it right now. So it seems as though they'll be using like some AI stuff to gauge based on behavioral factors, what type of content.
So
should be
like
pushed
say
to.
if I'm in the UK and I watch fucking house videos all the damn time, or watch like I don't know what kids be watching these days.
Coco Melon?
Yeah.
Some like
So
if your YouTube history contains shit that isn't for the mature audience, then I guess
They're
you're
going to
straight.
utilize
But if,
that, yeah. And they said that if their estimation, they said they're going to utilize that to push you more things that's fitting towards your age demographic. And if their estimation's wrong, then you can verify your identity with a government ID or like credit card or something. I think it's
actually really good.
I think it's a
Think about how much red pill content gets pushed to.
I'm not gonna do shit about that, but
Hell
I think
no.
that
But
I think
I'm saying, push that shit regardless.
But I'm saying no. But I'm saying in terms of that red pill content's getting pushed to them. Hopefully with the AI, if they're seeing Coco Melon all the fucking time, it's better. Hopefully it's better than the algorithm. That's what it sounds like. That it'll be better than just the regular algorithm.
Yeah, I think
because you can hack the algorithm with red
pill.
pill. You can put Coco Melon in a tag and it's gonna pop up on some shit and it'll be a red pill video of you mentioning Coco Melon one time. You feel what I'm saying?
I think that I think that it'll probably have better outcomes. I don't like having like with PBS being gone and shit like that. I'd much rather like a society that values the entirety of the internet like culture and trying to address that through multiple ways as opposed to just this. But we'll see, because UK has different privacy laws, different internet safety laws than we do. They take that shit a little bit more seriously. So I'm curious to see how it rolls out, but it does seem like it'll be a good step.
Hell yeah.
That's right. 'Cause it's like the overall problem is just the culture of like living.
It definitely is. I just feel
that's
like
why
you gotta.
But
you gotta jam. You gotta start somewhere.
And then finally, because I'm gonna say we got a lot of content that we need to get to, but finally, I know we want to talk about Fantastic Four. We went and seen it the other day.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, we missed like a good 20 minutes of it because we used CP time. But
we did miss like 20, 30 minutes of that bit.
But we did see like the majority of it, at least us three did. How has it been received at box office and everything?
First off, fuck the box office. Fantastic Four is my childhood movie, nigga. I love that movie.
2005 version. Nigga.
So when I found out because they made another remake, bullshit. It was when Michael B. Jordan. That was like the worst movie.
When did they do that?
That was like
I don't even remember that.
I didn't even know they had Fantastic Four.
I didn't know
they did a remake of that, and then they just did this new one, and I was excited as hell. I'm like, hold on, like Pedro Pascal, like the whole cast looked crazy. So then we go see it. I'm like, I was disappointed as fuck, bro. That shit was not
Was
that
it like
good,
the acting was bad, or?
I think I don't think the acting was bad, but I don't think the casting was right for the characters.
You know what I think? I think casting might have been a little off, but you know what I think? I think it had the same Thunderbolts problem in terms of Marvel is introducing us to a new generation and a new kind of like layout of who the next MCU is going to be. I think because of that, we're just getting the lackluster movies.
I think that
I mean, like starter, like intro movies. That's really what it is.
I think
we're remembering the golden ages, because I would say the golden ages of Marvel is literally when we was teenagers, like 15, 16, 17. You got Black Panther, Endgame, fucking what's the Black Widow? You know, you got so many good ass movies that dropped. So it's just like we in that still. You know what I mean?
It's almost like they're not putting in effort.
Yeah,
the
but
movies.
but I don't even think it's that they're not putting in effort. I genuinely just think they starting it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's definitely right in the sense of like there is a big shift when it comes to new Marvel films.
Yeah.
And you kind of seeing it like, because you can make the thing of like, well, y'all were kids when y'all saw the movie. So like it's going to hit different now because we're adults. But even when I rewatch like Avengers movies, like, no, that was different. Like it wasn't as PG as
No, I
how
will
it
say
is like
that's
now.
what it is. I don't know if it's a they're not putting an effort thing, but the thing that gave me the reason why I like Sinners and I like F1 more than I like the 2 Marvel movies we've gone to see is because I just feel like the writing balance. Okay, so I feel like the pacing of it, right? Because I was saying I think I liked Pedro Pascal's acting more just because, you know, he was, you know, prototypical smart dude trying to be the hero or whatever. But I think that like even with I forget her name, the main character, the woman, the mom.
His wife.
Yeah, his wife.
Sue?
I feel like they did like some weird things with the pacing. Like even when she was giving birth, they could have like it's not that you got to cut it out, but like they would carry on certain scenes. For
That
a
was
little
a
bit
longer scene.
and they do this thing that
Dude,
new
come
Marvel
on,
movies.
come on. Like,
They
yeah,
do
it
this
was
thing that
bullshit.
new Marvel movies have been doing is that PG shit where they'll have a dramatic story, but you know for the kids they got to cut away and put some like cheesy joke in there. And I think they did it a little bit less than I normally see it with it this time, but it
Yeah.
kind of like takes you out of the moment for a second, especially when you don't have as much investment into the characters.
You know
And
what
I feel like they've been doing that over years.
You know what it
That's
is?
why
They
it's not
need
hitting.
to get guttery.
Yeah, like
They-
it's
they
like
need
Teen
to-
That's why
Titans
DC
Go versus
is better
Teen Titans.
for real.
It's
It's
like
like
why
Teen
DC
Titans.
on the
I was
come
gonna
up.
say it's like Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if you watch
Literally.
Teen Titans, you know,
Yeah.
like there was some funny shit that happened, but like
Yeah.
Teen Titans
that's
Go
the-
was lit.
no,
Nobody
Teen
said
Titans
it's-
Go was
it wasn't
lit.
But Teen Titans, no.
Teen Titans, no.
Niggas was getting their ass beat in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Let him get up. Let him get up.
So this boy lost his girlfriend.
So I feel like that's why it's not that the movie was bad. I don't think that the movie was awful. I didn't like it more than the new Avengers. I think I liked
I didn't
that
like it.
one
I
kinda
like
better.
Thunderbolts better than.
Yeah, I think I like Thunderbolts better.
There's no shit I don't even compare.
I think I did like Thunderbolts better, but like, yeah, I feel like combining with the whole, you know, they're talking about the stuff with the CGI and like how they're overworking the studio, not putting as much quality into it. I feel like they're trying to get them movies out there, trying to get that bread, and they don't got to do too much, so they're just repeating the formula. Like,
Disney Plus fucked everything.
True.
Yeah,
It might-
the
Because
Disney-
I-
the
it might
Disney-
went everywhere, bro.
Disneyfication.
And then going back to what you asked me with the box office shit, nigga, the second week it dropped 60% down.
I think that's
Damn.
normal though
Yeah.
for usual. That's normal for movies.
not
It's just-
Sinners.
it's not Sinners.
Yeah, it ain't Sinners.
So, why you have an 86 Rotten Tomato? But, you know, that's a great conversation.
But yeah, so I think that it's a shame because I want to see Marvel get like in a bag for real. But maybe they come out with a banger soon.
Yeah, maybe.
I do think.
Oh,
there's,
Doomsday's coming out.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
They did tease
Yeah,
that
I
at the
Feel
end.
like,
Yeah, like,
they
people
might
were
be
talking
putting their
about
foot in that one. So
Yeah,
we gonna see.
Robert Downey Jr. and them motherfuckers. So,
Yeah,
so
we
that's
can't
gonna
even
be
get
crazy.
in too much about the whole plot, but then even then, like the giant nigga having to get the baby, I'm like,
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I thought like, okay, being real, the movie wasn't like horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
But I think for the pacing of the shit and the ending to be like, hey y'all, I'm finna spoil, I'm sorry. Let's push this big nigga in this circle
I'm
and
so
hope it all
sorry.
goes well.
I'm so sorry. We're gonna move on, but like.
That was the plan.
That
was it?
climax. I'm spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. The climax of the movie being we're gonna lure the giant god nigga into a triangle, and then he said, "Oh, that's not gonna work," and turn left. All right, bro.
Real,
bro.
real.
That's like
Mind you, this is Galactus.
this is.
Nigga, if I'm Galactus,
He could flick the
I was gonna
planet
say,
and
if
blow
I'm
this shit up.
Galactus,
He was
nigga,
kicking
I'm
over
about to
buildings and shit.
I'm about to just grab all of New York. The baby gonna be somewhere on this bitch, and I'm gonna blow your shit up everywhere.
Like what? Not grabbing your
This
child.
nigga went down to the like. They did say, y'all remember when he looked at the Statue of Liberty? Apparently, there's someone in like the MCU or comics or some like Liberty girl or I forgot her name, but like apparently she's
might
more
make an
powerful.
appearance.
Like she's more powerful than Galactus. Apparently,
Damn.
So like
that's why he looked at
her.
her.
Yeah, like he stared at her for a while.
okay. That's
Hey,
low.
Yeah.
going back to that scene, though, like it's very popular because it's a difference with like watching it standard in IMAX. Like in
True, we
IMAX,
watched
it
it
looked
IMAX.
crazy.
It did look
IMAX
crazy.
I
did
will
look
give
crazy.
him that.
IMAX did look crazy. I think definitely like the quality.
We gotta go see Superman. We still gotta go see.
I'm gonna go see
We
F1
see an
again.
Ice Cube movie.
He said we gotta put ourselves.
Yeah, we got to put ourselves through jail.
I might
Nah,
try
we gotta
it.
see it.
We gotta see it.
I'm gonna give it a chance.
But more than the movies, you know, because I'm not the biggest movie person. You know, our lives are spent terminally online, and and I think that there's a lot of downsides and there's a lot of positives to being online that we always are going to talk about. So that's why I found your topic interesting. What do you mean by social media killing individuality? Because we've talked before about how too much of a hyper-individualistic mindset is bad. That doesn't mean that you can't be yourself. So I want to hear like the boundary where you think that goes wrong.
So I was on Instagram, just like scrolling, and this wasn't even with fashion content at first. I was on, because on my other account, I have a lot of cinematography, a lot of film videos, and I'm scrolling through it, and I see the style of the videos. It's literally the same style in just different format. And I'm like, God damn, like, these people are just really copying it. And it's like, it goes deeper. It was this artist named Gawks, and he like really like made that style of filmmaking. And it was kind of like, he kind of perfected the format of professional short-term video. So it literally looks like you're watching a movie in 30 seconds. And a lot of people started copying that format. And I'm like, God damn, like, no one could really like be themselves with this. And then go into like fashion, I'm scrolling and like I'm seeing a lot of like stereotypes when it comes to fashion. It's like, you got the one fashion guy, or you got the dude who wear all black and you opium. And I'm like, damn, like y'all saying all these things, but it's like y'all aren't even like being y'all-self at the same time. It's like y'all are subconsciously like putting out that propaganda that y'all are subscribing to, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say, I'm happy that you bring this up. It's kind of like you're parroting the opinion that you see as popular from other people. And I remember I was saying when we were discussing this yesterday, I seen a video from someone who was talking about like love in our generation. We'll get into a conversation. It's not necessarily about love, but weird niggas. And it was talking about how like a lot of relationship stuff, especially for our generation, is kind of cooked because of how much of social media is a part of our lives. You have no choice but to like, you're going to constantly be confronted with this content that's trying to like break down every aspect of everything and basically tell you what to feel in advance. So it's become like second nature that you can make a video as a hot take and be like, the fashion dude got XYZ, or like, this is the one style you know from a it's like, oh no, you know it's more complicated than that, but that like simplistic thing is very resonating for people. So it like kind of unconsciously shapes
I
your brain.
think
and
another
shit.
thing is we were talking about it. It's like a paradox in the aspect of like underground music, right? I'm gonna use underground music as an example because you get to a point where like being different in itself is the like trend that everybody follows, right?
And
the personality trait that people want, right?
And the thing is, like, niggas take being different to a whole new level, and instead of being different, they just be complete ass.
Bro,
that's not different.
Underground music, right? I was saying this, underground music, right? When someone says the underground, what that means, or at least what that means to me, the underground is you are not mainstream yet. I'm a rapper,
Literally.
I'm an artist, someone who's doing something, making music, and it's not as mainstream yet. I have a smaller community, fan base, whatever you want to call it, but I'm still, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It just means I'm not mainstream yet, right?
Right.
The problem is underground, the term has turned into a genre. Like, it is now a genre that like of music, which is the underground. And some people are like, well, what's the problem in that? The problem in that is I can join, or I can get into that genre without actually being good. Like now it's
all you
just
gotta do
the
is
whole
sound like a nigga.
All you gotta do is sound like the genre of underground. I think anybody who listens to music understands what the genre of underground sounds like. It's more like
experimental,
like guttery,
experimental, like shit like that. Yeah, it's
SoundCloud,
and it's cool, right? Yeah, SoundCloud, and it's cool, right? I'm not saying that music is bad. The problem is though, you have a bunch of people that are making music specifically
to try.
For
it's like that aura.
Yeah,
it's the difference between. There it is. It's that difference between having aura and trying to have aura.
Yeah.
I would hate that shit.
You're trying.
So, and don't get it twisted, because Matt and Allen know the underground.
Hell yeah. Like what the hell?
It's like
back of my fucking hand.
I seen so many people that would claim like they're underground and that they would have like 2 pictures on their profile, not following nobody, music straight ass, and you wonder why you're not going nowhere.
And it's that trying to be different.
Yeah.
He's like has taken over your entire personality to where you do realize, right? A lot of people don't realize, hey guys, we live on a planet with like 7-8 billion people. We're all different.
Yeah.
Just be your fucking self.
Literally.
And you will be different. There's a good chance you'll stand out.
It's so interesting, right? Because like going to the music thing, right? The reason why people obsess over the underground or make it their personality, and this ties right into fashion too, is people really abuse exclusivity in a sense. And that's what makes them special, because they realize if I find this new shit and make this my personality, then I'm different.
Yeah, the more new shit I find,
but really, you don't realize that the paradox of social media in itself is they promote individualism. They promote the fact that you can be yourself. Yeah. But at the same time, you need to be a consumer for the whole model to work, but you don't even realize that, because at the same time,
it's like a
you're
weird
trying
loop.
so hard.
I was gonna
it's
say,
a weird loop.
If you think about how they do, if you think about how they like abuse exclusivity in general, that's something that's applied to everything, especially like in our framework where, like you said, you're a consumer, you're buying shit. The way they convince niggas to pay more for things is just saying it's more exclusive, right? So, but that does not mean that that thing is inherently better. So, and because people will get in conversation about music, and obviously it's so subjective, right? It's just what you prefer, of course. However, it cannot be objectively determined that like a car is a better use of my money than like a good healthcare insurance plan. Like we could argue about it. The fact that we can argue about it proves that it's not objectively provable. But if I like bought a 2007 Volkswagen Jetta, because I wanted to be different.
If it was just shit, if it was
Shit gonna break down on your dumb ass.
Like if it was a lemon.
So like
because you're trying to be different.
So nobody's driving 2007 Jettas nowadays. Very little amount of people are driving 2007 Jettas nowadays. But that does not mean that
you can have a 2007 Jetta.
Yeah, you can have it if you do. But if I made my personality being a 2007 Jetta driver, I understand it more because it's a rare thing. No, it has to be something more than that. So it's like you can't just underground for the sake of it doing it. No. That's why I fuck with it. No, you have to like actually find what you fuck with. If you fuck with a mainstream thing, you're not lame.
Yeah.
But it's that reverse thing, and the thing of trying to be different and trying to be yourself. I'm gonna fuck with this thing no one fucks with. You kind of keeping yourself from getting to actually understand whether or not you fuck with it or not.
And you end up just fucking with things that other cool people fuck with, and then you're like, now you're still a follower. You're still yourself.
That's why when it comes to, I'll particularly talk about fashion, why it's such a classism thing in fashion is because those narratives you subscribe to, the things of, oh, you don't know what ERD is, you don't know what the Archive Margiela from the fucking 80s is.
No,
I don't know. You know what it is? They put that on other people.
You ain't real
but you don't even realize that you're so boxed in that you're making other people not into fashion because you're making levels to it. When that's not even the essence of fashion, and that's killing the soul of so many creatives.
You remember what we talked about like a long time ago? We were talking about like finding that we were talking about the individualism and how like it's so easy to fall into traps like through social media when it comes to like trying to find your own style and everything. It's so easy to just kind of like fold and listen to what other people are saying. I feel like the annoying thing about it is that like you can actually make some shit cool just like off of just thugging it out, just trying some new shit or whatever. And the thing that's so tricky about social media is because there's that constant socialization, it's hard to even catch when you're in the echo chamber. And I think that's one of those things where it's like, once you enter that echo chamber, it's so hard to escape it because you're telling yourself already that you're like completely separate from like the mainstream opinion. But there's also incentives in everything. That's why at the end of the day, it really comes down to what you like, because you're going to be incentivized. The moment you start liking those posts, or the moment you start fucking with a certain vibe, you're going to get sent more of those things. And even then, if you look at it on a literal sense, you're not like unique when it comes to the people in that area. So it's like, it's so hard. It's so hard because I understand it. I truthfully do, because I feel like young men and young women make that same mistake when it comes to like underground or when it comes to alternative like stuff like that. It's very easy to get pushed along with a crowd, even though you're convinced that you're not. And once you're in that, it's like Yeah, it's like one of those things where like trying to tell yourself that, all right, I'm gonna try to be different genuinely is actually like very terrifying. So you kind of get like ushered into something that you think is different.
And that's the part where you overcompensate on and you be like, you know what, let me just follow this person and think I'm different. But I think the problem I have with it is just the projection of it. Like we hear all the time, like when it came to the whole like Pusha T shit, when they had dropped that new album and you saw like a lot of old heads bashing Trav new shit, and you saw Trav new shit, like all of them, like getting on all of clip shit, and it's like the fact that y'all can't, it kills the art and it kills the soul of it. And y'all can't even enjoy it. Like a lot of these people putting up these faces of like, oh, I got this new Chrome, I got this. You don't even enjoy. You don't even know what the fuck you got on.
You don't
even enjoy what you're doing.
Niggas spent
right?
15 racks on a pair of jeans.
Exactly.
And I think where
just
that
to
goes,
have.
I think
don't even like.
And there might be people wondering like, all right, what's the impact of it? Not only killing the soul of like the art, like something like having the opinion that you can't not like both albums in that scenario. And that's something that always happens. Usually like some genre in hip hop or some subgenre in hip hop drops, then like traditional rap or hip hop drops, and then we have the war again. Which one's better? Which one's worse?
Which one's worse?
And then when a nigga say I go to them for different things, it's like, oh, that's a bad take. Y'all have to allow more nuance to be within the discussion, because it's like, I think that cool shit I think that cool shit is one of the greatest stumbling blocks, because you're trying to tell yourself that you genuinely don't fuck with a thing. And instead of giving it the earnest try.
I remember when I was younger, I used to hate Erykah Badu.
Yeah?
My brother used to play Erykah Badu all through the crib, and I hated that shit. I'm like, bro, she ass. And it was like, I'm really just trying to be cool, because as soon as I turned 18, I'm listening to Erykah Badu. And then like Orange Moon, nigga.
I was gonna say, and finishing what I was gonna say, I was like, I think the real effect of it is that, like, think about if you're 14, 15, 16 and you're caught up in that, and then you create that in-group, and then you go to school. What does that turn into?
Yeah, exactly.
That can very easily turn into that bullying, because you've created your in-group around these things or whatever, and you're so like caught up in it that you're convinced that, oh, if you don't understand this, you must be dumb, you must be X, Y, Z.
You must be lame, you must be
like, if you're not dressed a certain way, you must be a lame ass nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, because you got Chrome in 8th grade.
And then you realize when you don't have that, when you don't have the person of like, oh, Uzi didn't wear this, oh, he didn't, then who are you? What do you have on? You have nothing at that point.
Yeah.
And when it comes to this, like, social media is really killing this shit because of the rate you're seeing different things at.
All the time.
So when, like, your whole feed could just be fit, and all you're seeing is that, to the point, like, you're like, it's so normal to you that like you won't even like appreciate just the simple fit that you would see like on the outside, and you would damn near be in their comments talking about, oh, you don't got this on right, you don't got this.
Yeah,
when you're not even putting yourself out there.
You inevitably turn into what you pretended to not like in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That person who's like a hermit crab who's criticizing everybody, wants to try like something different, or like, oh, you like that mainstream shit, you kind of turn into that. I was like, that's an anxiety that I have all the time when I'll be posted on Instagram, because I'll post like, I do shit. All of us, I think, but mainly me and Matt nowadays, will post like little story pictures. Either like we take some like artistic stuff with it, we do like collages and all type of shit. Not only do you not see niggas doing that, you barely see people doing that, and there's a lot of anxiety.
I popularized it.
Yeah, I think we.
I did. Ask that nigga Lathan. 2018 was doing them collabs.
I think we had started doing them since like since like back in 2018, and I'm like, it's a very anxiety inducing, because you tell yourself like what other people must be thinking about you, like seeing you do this shit. And in my mind, I'll be like, this shit look cool, and I want to put some music behind it, so I'm gonna just keep posting it. But I can't control the fact that someone might inevitably click on it and be like, this corny ass nigga. If I let that change what I was doing, I wouldn't be here.
Oh God.
Right.
Facts.
And he a corny ass nigga for saying it's corny.
Exactly.
And think about, like, literally think about the effect of it, right? And that's literally the basis of innovation, is like, you need to have someone who steps out of the grain and be themselves to inspire someone else and have that new thing. So with your story, like, you're doing all that shit on your story, right? Think about someone who see that and they're like, damn, this is cool as fuck, let me try it. And then when they try it, they'll add their own twist.
I've seen it. I've actually seen people who be watching my like story all the time, and then they'll start doing like their different collages and shit. I'm like, that's actually fire, because that's cool. And I think to the reason why I said dang as well is, to full circle moment, we've run into the paradox of capitalism again, because we've actually gone so far circle in this competition, deregulation, free market of ideals on social media that we've kind of incentivized our own lack of innovation.
Yeah.
The whole thing with capitalism is because that competition, you always want to be better than the next person.
That's why you can abuse it.
Yeah.
Right? But if it's socially incentivized to keep pushing the same slop from these corporations to these kids, well, you kind of turn people into drones, don't you? Which kind of defeats the purpose of the innovation.
Going to what you just said about the capitalism thing, it's like when you look at fashion with America and Japan, it's very different. You see how ahead Japan is when it comes to fashion. You even you see shit you haven't seen. And I think really what it is, and you see a lot of innovation there, is because the clothes are more accessible to people. It's more affordable. When you look at Capital, it's an upcycle brand of denim, and it was a good price, and a lot of people can just wear it. It's different rather than going to a Zara and a H&M, and you're paying $60 for a shirt, rather you can get some upcycled denim for like a cool $80. And at that point, you can put your own style and twist to it. And I think that's why they could be so ahead, because it's it's more accessible.
Yeah.
And if it's more accessible, it's not exclusive. So you don't have to live by those terms
And it's more
anymore.
accessible because just of the priorities of that government and that culture. They decided to utilize their things. Hey, well, let's make sure that clothing isn't too insanely priced or whatever. And just a little decision like that can push the bounds of innovation much further. That's with everything in a lot of different societies, because we're still hamstrung by a lot of bullshit that we're dealing with.
That's why, especially with a lot of these fashion influencers, I fuck with them, but there's very few I really fuck with, because when you understand it, you can tell, oh no, you heard that from someone else and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't dare look at me. Don't look at me and say that bullshit. You didn't do it. Now, a person...
You gotta wear these fucking 20-foot long jeans with some...
Not because you fuck with them, because
Not because you fuck with them, because...
Oh, you can't wear skinny. You gotta wear the baggy. They putting all this shit on you, when in actuality, nigga, the reason you put your camera up and had that jolly smile on your face is because someone told you to say that. And a person that I really appreciate in this social media space when it comes to really promoting the idea of being yourself is Wisdom. Yeah. And it's
Be in the studio touching shit. Just try different shit.
Try different shit. And Wisdom is so, I think his whole thing, in my opinion, is genius. I think what's so inspiring about him is you see a lot of content where it's get ready with me, or what you should wear with fall, winter. He doesn't do that. It's not a what you should wear, it's what should I wear.
Yeah.
And why it's so genius is because it's they're in your comments giving you all these suggestions, and they're like, hey, do a fucking ramen hoodie, right? Can we get this video? do a ramen hoodie.
I've never seen this, so this is gonna be my first time seeing this shit. A ramen.
Here we go again. Another unsavory article of clothing that you guys really want me to style. If the Galaxy Wolf hoodie is cursed, this is the witch that casted the spell. Look, I know this is the part where I cut the video off and I show you guys how I styled it, but I gotta be honest, there's oh, I guess I'm doing it. All right.
Whoa, how? That's actually tough. What the fuck?
Yo, that's actually tough.
I feel like a lot of people, it can be hit and miss for some people.
Sorry, gang, you can't do that. You can't do that. What? You can't just cut me off mid-edit. Yeah, well, you're not even showing the whole hoodie. That's cheating. Says who? Them.
No.
Nuts.
Are we seeing
nuts.
That shit is actually crazy.
That's ridiculous.
ridiculous?
Let me tell you,
I need y'all to deep this right quick. This nigga had a ramen hoodie on with a Richard Mille.
yeah,
Yo,
That
gotta
nigga
be
can
that gotta
work.
be first, what do
First.
they say, unique experience.
yeah,
Bro,
that's gotta be the
ramen
first one to
hoodie.
do that shit.
And why it's so genius is because you had that idea that wasn't original. Someone gave it to you, but the fact that you added your own twist, and then then on his end, a lot of people don't talk about this. What I found so interesting is him doing these style types of videos inspires other people to add their own twist to things. And it really stimulates a lot of people's brains. And the fact of, if you put in his comments, you have the perception of wisdom that he's this person that's going to put this shit on regardless. He has built that by putting his own twist and style to everything that we have given him. So like literally that pushes more people to be in comment sections being more creative in the fact of doing this wolf hoodie. Do a fucking ramen hoodie. That makes people more creative because now you're thinking out the box. Now you're not subscribing to anything. You're thinking what you actually want to see on this person.
So people who like bringing back to the underground stuff, if you go and you find a general music thing that you really like and you can tell like the difference in it, of course, no problem with that. Whatever. Just make sure that that's what it is, though, and that you fuck with it because you're like, oh shit, this actually sounds different. Because niggas like that will do the thing that you're not doing. They will say, fuck it, I know what I'm gonna try to like do and accomplish. And then everyone will look at him as the example. You're not gonna be looking at the person.
I feel like those are the first stages of how you get to voting for someone like Trump.
That's how you do it. Because
the herd
mentality.
Exactly. And the reason why everyone looks at this nigga as like the fashion guy, he's the best out of the best, is because from the start to now, he's always been his wisdom. He was always doing his thing. He was always adding his own style to things. Even like with the editing, like you don't see fashion TikTok videos
like
that highly edited.
I still mainly only see him do it.
You get ready
he's like
with
the
me on
only one
hat
that
cut.
can do that.
The only one that, and then I saw when he was first popping in like COVID, I remember so many people were copying it. So many people trying to do those couture looks.
You can't do that.
You can't do it.
You're not wisdom. You can't do
that isn't you.
And I was gonna say,
for years.
He's been popping for a while.
And I was gonna say, speaking of it like not being you, I do want to push us along. I think that integrity in that, it's not to say that you can't grow and change and evolve, obviously, because wisdom has too. But that maintaining that integrity in who you are is very important. I feel like the more people get involved, the more people are looking at you for opinions, the more people are like talking about you. It's very easy to forget like what your strong suit is. And
some niggas need to just stick to their strong suit.
Some niggas really have to actually like stick to their strong suit. And there's no problem with having a strong suit.
Yeah, follow the culture.
But like when you try to dabble into waters,
just shut up and dribble.
When you dabble into waters you're not familiar with, you could end up spreading.
You could end up drowning, nigga.
You could end up drowning,
literally.
So someone who waded into that deep part of the pool recently was Stephen A. Smith. He's been doing it for a while.
His head like a buey, damn. So he ain't drowned yet. And he ain't drowned yet. He getting there.
So Stephen A., it's no secret that he's probably trying to gear up for he's probably trying to gear up for a presidential run, because in my mind, I remember saying a few episodes ago that like the most American lesson that you could learn from the age of Donald Trump is not that like, hey guys, we have to really question as a society how we got to like Nazism again. It's not that. It's that he was a celebrity. So we need the celebrity. It doesn't matter what they say. We need the celebrity. So that's why we've been seeing Stephen A. has been. So that's why we've been seeing that Stephen A. has been weighing in a little bit more politically, and I seen that he was commenting.
Talking loose.
Yeah, he was talking some loose.
The thing is too, before you start, there's nothing wrong with getting political. It's just that please do the research and know what the fuck you're talking about.
And you should not at any point in time, especially if you're in like 40s or 50s, be able to legitimately be called out for shit that you fundamentally don't understand by niggas 30 years younger than you. So let's get into what happened.
I got a question for you. Wait, have y'all seen any of this?
I've
seen part of
it. I haven't seen it.
I just know Street saying fuck Matt.
So
that's what I heard though. That's what I
y'all
seen.
Y'all will not get.
Y'all won't get.
Yo.
What did it say?
Nigga said that mid-episode.
Nah, I mean, it's just that's what I heard, gang.
That's what I heard.
That's
too.
what I heard.
That shit too.
So what
I
did
gotta know the
Stephen A.
backstory
say?
on that shit.
I gotta tell you. So Stephen A., right? So Stephen A. So Stephen A., obviously he has his own talk show, and the other day, right, Michelle Obama has her own podcast, the IMO podcast, right?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Shout out Michelle Obama, first of all.
Shout out Michelle Obama.
Let's get it round.
We're disagreeing with you in our approach. We are taking the low road, but
we're taking the low road. But yeah, someone has
When they
to.
go low, the jam goes low.
Yeah.
Go
Michelle
lower.
Obama was on her
Lower
podcast.
whacker.
You go low, we go lower whacker.
Lower whacker. On bro. Michelle Obama was on her podcast, right? And she was with some reality TV guests, right? I don't know their names, but I'm sure y'all know. You know. Basically, they were talking about the connection between reality TV, Real Housewives, because I think they're like
my
Real
mom used to watch Real Housewives all the time.
She said I ain't even know. I've never watched Real Housewives, actually.
Yeah, I've only seen them.
But basically, they were
Dramatic as
talking
hell,
about the
bro.
connection between Real Housewives and sports and how like that drama sometimes is the same, or even like how they are on the talk shows in general are kind of like the same. The conversation really, I watched the whole thing. The conversation really didn't have shit to do with it. It just kind of like went there as they were talking. They brought it up. They got right over it. And then the one of the guests, right, was like, I don't even remember if he said Stephen A specifically, but he did. I think she mentioned Stephen A and he was like, yeah, it's like they're Real Housewives like on ESPN, right? And then they were laughing about it. Cool.
Which factual statement.
Factual fucking statement, right?
Like-
You know, I want Iguodala.
Stephen A.
Be having
Stephen
big
A.
confessions and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really like how he said.
Yeah, like they be arguing.
Like, it's literally like damn near the same format,
right?
Yeah.
Stephen A. then gets on his podcast, right? I want to start with. This is what he said. He says, I want to start with her flowers. He gives her flowers, says how amazing of a woman she is. He'd never speak down or he'd never do no crazy. He'd never, nigga, he'd never, you know what I mean? Like, he can't
Candace Owens.
That's that PR.
But then he pivots. he randomly pivots. He doesn't address what they said about the Real Housewives at all. He says, I'm salty with Michelle Obama, and I've been salty with Michelle Obama over what she said at a Kamala Harris rally in 2024.
Oh, we're here.
And then I'm like, oh, we're trying to get clicks for real, for real. We're really trying to get clicks. Yeah,
big
Seatbelt on. Everybody
literally-
lock in.
So he
Literally,
was stuck
all
on it since
he had-
2024, right?
Yeah, he said he's salty about the comment she made in 2024 at a Kamala Harris rally. Can we see the comment?
And here's the thing, and I love that you said that because it always goes back to what we said last episode. Niggas be developing cancers for themselves.
Yeah.
Literally, all he had to do was just address the point.
Nigga, you could have laughed.
I don't even know what he
You
said.
could have laughed at it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can we see not the Stephen A. clip first? Can we see the?
Maybe it's a reasonable take.
Yeah, let's see. Well, this is what she said at the Kamala Harris rally. This is in Kalamazoo, Michigan, at the one October 26th. It was like the one right before the election.
Michelle look good.
Yeah, she looked great.
Always got that shit on.
That some of us are choosing to ignore Donald Trump's gross incompetence while asking Kamala to dazzle us at every turn. The only people who have standing to make these decisions are women with the advice of their doctors. Do not hand our fates over to the likes of Trump, who knows nothing about us, who has shown deep contempt for us, because a vote for him is a vote against us.
Pretty plain and simple.
I don't think
That is the most milquetoast fucking
right?
wheat bread in a toaster take I've ever heard in my life.
But you remember when
That's objectively
When
true.
someone tries to
Yeah.
take your rights.
But you remember
Don't vote for him.
But you remember when we had an episode and we talked about double agents, right?
Yeah.
Okay then, right? Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. So Stephen A. continues and says, I quote, I took major offense to that. He continued saying, black men don't just love our black women, we revere y'all.
Which is
Fuck are we?
Wait, hold on.
Which is true.
But where
But where
fuck
does
are
that-
we going with this conversation?
Right.
Because that's not what we're talking about right now.
Say that
We're not
quote again?
talking about. The quote was, I took major offense to that. Black men don't just love our black women, we revere y'all. Mind you, this is the same nigga that brought Candace Owens on his show. You revere black women so much, you'd bring someone that hates black women damn near. Doesn't support feminism, definitely doesn't support pro-choice or any of those things that
Which is exactly what she was
the black one, which is exactly her point actually.
Yeah.
You brought her on, and then also Candace Owens has been openly against the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
You love black women so much, Stephen A., that you brought a complete Not even. What's the opposite of an ally? You brought it up.
Brought it up.
My nigga.
And here's the thing that I don't understand of why he even brought that up is because yes, we do revere black women. We love black women.
We do.
What's the point?
Where are we going with this?
What's
right?
the point
so
of that
where are we
shit, bro?
going with this? So I'm like, let me keep watching and see where are we going with this. He continued saying, and I quote, "Think about the most hard individual you can find, who is a black man from the streets of America. If there's one person who could walk up to him and slap him in his face," he said some other shit, but I ain't put it in there. "If there's one person that could walk up to him, it's his mother or grandmother."
So is he trying? Is he trying? Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, is he trying to like say that what Michelle said was against black men or
spiraling? That's what the fuck we're doing.
Okay. Michelle Obama makes a categorically correct statement.
Don't vote against the person.
Here's the truth, right? The majority of black men still voted for Kamala Harris.
He brought that statistic up.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. We have to get through it before you say what you're going to say because it gets wicked.
Okay.
It gets wicked. Let's just get through it. Let's get through it.
I'm already.
Another quote he says is, "There are so many things that decide." Oh, there's another thing he says. He says, "There are so many things that decide where your vote is going to go. For some people, it's all about the economy. For others, it's all about national security or even immigration, safety in the streets of America, etc." He said some more. Long before, this is what he said. Long before he was quoting men, long before they think about pro-life, because life changes and other issues become more pertinent. So we just proved Michelle Obama's point. If you voted for Trump, it's a vote against women. You just proved the point in saying, we wasn't even thinking about child life for real.
Like a big thing about
Like, what are we talking about?
You want to know two things. You were saying niggas just keep digging themselves in holes. And then you were saying of the fact of like the whole statement, the first statement was useless. But we see this a lot of time with men when it comes to a woman speaking about issues with other women. We always internalize it like it's a jab.
They talking about me.
Immediate jabbing Imagine immediately getting defensive and then immediately proving her fucking point in the same interview.
And that's where you dig the hole because you're internalizing an issue that's nothing.
Hold on, let's play the last video. Can we play the last video? And then we get into it. This is the last thing he said. He also brought up our boy Barack Obama.
Okay.
B-Rock.
No, reality TV is not like that. You're so wrong about that assertion. But that's neither here nor there. I just saw this as an opportunity since you brought my name up for me to bring your name up. I feel even more adamant about what your husband, Barack Obama, said and implied that to not vote for Kamala is because we're engaging in some sort of misogyny. There are issues that matter to every American citizen. And to sort of blackmail us emotionally into trying to compel us to vote one way or another is part of what won Trump the election. Because that side of the aisle was able to look at the left and say, look at what they'll do to win.
Enlightened centrism.
Wow. Hold on.
Okay.
I was like,
did Michelle even say misogyny in her
gang?
No. I don't.
What are we talking
I'm about to lose it on this fucking podcast.
I knew JJ was gonna lose it.
Because the shit that pisses me off. Okay. We're on like 85 levels of delusion.
85.
The first one.
First floor.
Like I said.
First floor.
A majority of black men did vote for Kamala Harris. That does not mean that bullshit that you tried to say about the one person who can walk up to the hardest black man is his mama. That same hardest black man probably and could and probably has said the most nut shit about black women as well.
Yep.
So
that doesn't mean anything.
In fact, because black people are going to be dating within their culture, I'm sorry if it triggers you. Statistically, the most threatening presence to a black woman's life is going to be that black nigga that she's with.
Yeah.
We love our black women.
Yes.
Yep.
That's not a universal case.
It's not.
Which is exactly how you can ignore all the reality in front of you and counter blame the left.
Yes.
Like, what are we
forcing you?
Because
forcing?
For
like you're not a grown ass man.
There's so many levels of this where it's fucked as well. Even like we started the conversation with saying the cancer and stuff and even Stephen A, the clips and all of that shit. This nigga fully took a conversation about Real Housewives and ESPN First Take, completely disregarded it just to throw another black woman's name into the entire topic.
What
Stephen A. Smith is talking about?
Stephen A. Smith is doing is he's trying to be the black Gavin Newsom.
Yes,
that's exactly where we're trying to act as though there's a reasonable conversation that needs to be had about what the left needs to do to compromise more on its values in order to win us elections, as though Kamala wasn't already touring around with Liz Cheney and the Republicans, and it did not get that enlightened middle position third voter that you keep fucking preaching to me exists.
Never happened. Stop trying to play both fucking sides.
Secondly, what the fuck do you mean there are other issues? Yes, let's go through the other issues and let me tell you exactly how they're still anti-black women.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the economy. If you support an economic model that's cutting taxes for people who are on WIC, or cutting benefits for people who are on WIC, who are on SNAP, who are on benefits, who are on Medicare and Medicaid, who's that going to affect first?
Exactly.
Black people and black women.
Exactly.
That's number one.
That's the economic model of the Republican Party and has been for the last 25 years. So if you're a grown-ass man of voting age, you should fucking know that.
Yep. Also a grown-ass man who's talking about running. How do you not know that?
You're talking out of your
talking about running.
Second of all,
double age shit.
Immigration.
Number two.
Undocumented immigrants still commit less crime than native-born population.
Talk about it.
Haitian migrants are more likely to be wrongfully detained and deported right now, which are darker-skinned people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
And there has been no coherent immigration proposal to fix the border and anything from the Republicans besides throw more money, make it more militaristic. And then when the Republicans drafted up the most militaristic border bill in the last 30 years, Trump called up the Republicans and told them to kill it so that he could run on immigration as an issue. This is not a party that's interested in fixing that issue. They would weaponize that and the animosity towards brown people to get you all up in a stir. You fell for it like a dumb bitch.
Like a dumb...
And now you're telling me that, there was actual other legitimate concerns. If you were paying attention, you know that that's not a legitimate concern of the Republicans because they had the opportunity to do it and they've chosen to not do it.
The fact is, nigga, like, when he started off, he wanted to be like that victim of like, oh, well, since you called out my name, since
you put my name in it.
I decided to put your...
Let me talk... Do you know where that stems? Do you know where that stems?
You know where that sounds?
You know what that sounds
like? You just got on here and said, we revere our black women. Let me talk about your husband.
Exactly. No, that misogyny.
What are we talking about?
Bothered by the first statement.
He utilizes, when talking about Barack Obama, he utilizes the whole rhetorical strategy that the right uses is the Kamala, they're trying to blackmail you into being a black, and I want to say this, right? Oh, they're trying to blackmail you into voting for it, and that's the reason that won him an election. Realistically, they just provided more of, what did he say, word for word? Look what y'all will do to win. That's what he said, word for word. Look what y'all will do to win, and that's what gave Trump the win. What? Like, January 6th when they like ran up on the Capitol? Are we forgetting?
Bro,
that was what they was trying to do to win too. Overthrow the fucking government, Stephen A.
You know what it is? I feel as if some of these niggas have not switched on. So don't you know when you're a kid?
Some of these niggas don't have power banks.
La La Land, chilling, then you just get into consciousness.
Aloof.
These niggas have not hit that point yet. They have not hit that point yet.
They have not, because let's again talk about it. If we're talking about guilt tripping into XYZ, yes, I think that like the far left can do better at meeting people where they are. In the sense that, yes, when you try to approach people with these ideologies, you're not going to always find your cutout leftist. You're not going to be talking to W.E.B. Du Bois whenever you're trying to convey to the average person like how you came about these conclusions. Mm-hmm. And the left has to do a better job of being accepting of that and trying to work to pull as many people over as possible. Yes, that is true. But the majority of black men still voted for Kamala Harris, so that isn't the reason why the Republicans won.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Secondly, God forbid you ask a nigga to like give a black woman an equal shot and see what she can do with the country. Some niggas do recoil in defense. They shouldn't do that. We got to talk to those people. That's a thing that actually does exist. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But thirdly,
third floor.
We're there.
But thirdly, I don't think we understand exactly what it is we're saying here.
Yeah.
We are now making the argument that we're now making the argument that someone like Kamala Harris, who specifically, and I'm pretty sure was advised to not make a big deal about the fact that she'd be the first black woman president, didn't say shit about it on the campaign trail, lost because we were too woke about the fact that she was a woman and we were judging niggas for their votes. And you're ignorant.
You're just
Stop
ignorant.
lending credence
And this
to
is why.
the ignorance.
And this is why
he said it says everything about Stephen A. And nigga, you made that narrative into this big thing of like, oh no, that's why Trump won because of the. You made that one statement she said in 2024, and all about.
And this
is why I end the segment, not the whole segment. We can continue talking about, but this is why in my research I ended the segment with no, Stephen A. You are a real housewife, my nigga. You'll do anything for the drama, anything for the click,
I'm glad you said
anything for the attention, and you know nothing. You're ignorant.
You literally just acted like one.
That's exactly. And then you admitted,
about your husband.
and then you admitted to being like, well, since you brought my name up, I decided to bring your name up. You're bullshitting.
you're
talking about your.
You did it for attention.
Yeah.
You could have addressed the people. Mind you, Michelle Obama didn't even say anything about. If we really gonna go there, you attacked the black woman that was the only black woman sitting at that fucking table. Even though that only black woman didn't say, she said your name, and then the other nigga said, yeah, he could be a real housewife.
Yeah, you
I
went
need y'all to
at her
tell me.
husband for some
Then you
reason.
went at her husband.
And I was gonna say, just to finish off what I was gonna say, it's not to say that Obama's criticism is above.
It's not to say he's above criticism.
I do think that he should probably go further and probably don't just only point out that like, yeah, there are people who are misogynistic, whatever, and those people aren't going to support Kamala, but also like, hey, you know, we gotta provide any other reason.
I don't even
for why
know what he said.
So
it was a Pittsburgh rock.
It was
so
when
like, I didn't even know.
It was when Obama went viral for like talking about how like black men really got to come out and support Kamala or whatever, and y'all can't let the fact that she's.
I don't even know how long that conversation was. So it's like
it was a brief comment that he made that went
saying.
viral, and I'm like, the reason why it didn't piss me off when he said that is because I can think about the political process enough to understand what he's getting at.
Yeah.
It didn't make me feel insecure as a black man hearing Barack Obama be concerned about how black men talk to black women because I know.
Niggas are like, we're
why are we
bullshitting?
Stop trying to be Rosemary. We never did. You know, we love our black
And
women.
then
Your
my
husband.
He said all this shit. He said
that's why we cannot move because you internalizing this shit.
Yes.
Like she talking to you.
He said all this shit. He said all this shit, and then sat there and was like, well, I voted for Kamala. Shut the fuck up. What are we talking about?
How about you actually
You ranted for 10 minutes about some bullshit, attacked her about all types of other shit, something that happened almost a year ago now.
That nigga did the RG3 tactic.
You did. You really did.
The RG3 tactic.
You really did, gang. Because you're not competent enough to actually question that.
You're sitting here talking about the fucking things of, oh yeah, niggas just had more priorities. Niggas saw past. And you're talking about your advocate for woman issues, but then you're talking about other priorities.
Oh,
that already
let me
said something
finish
about
off with
you
that. I forgot about that. Other things become more of a priority than your reproductive health. So
fully proved her point, Mike.
So Michelle Obama
genuinely
stood on a stage and said,
y'all gotta care about women more.
Michelle Obama said, Michelle Obama stood on it. No. Listen to what I'm about to no. Listen to what I'm about to say.
For real.
Michelle Obama stood on a stage and said, if you vote for the rapist who doesn't like abortion access, you're voting against women. And Stephen A. came out
You said misogynist. No, he
said,
didn't. No, she did.
I take umbrage with that. What if niggas didn't care about women?
She said, fully the point was like, the point was fully black men and people who are voting in this election should care about women's rights. Stephen A. then came and said, I ain't gonna lie. I don't fuck with that point because, nigga, I didn't care about y'all rights. I didn't remember shit about I didn't remember shit about y'all rights, nigga. I'ma keep it a beat.
Y'all on abortion, we need this Epstein list, nigga.
Like,
right now.
And then
what are we talking about?
To bring it home, to like kill the laugh for a minute, a black woman was kept on a ventilator past the point where she was dead to give birth to a baby.
There are more pressing issues. There's more pressing issues.
Stephen A., that's not a good look.
There's no more.
It's not a good look, my nigga.
AJ,
as a black man.
What are you talking about? priorities, nigga. Look at the effects of what we dealing with right now.
Yeah.
You talking about niggas had different priorities. People were stupid.
We got allocated.
Niggas were dumb.
No, it was dumb.
What are you talking about?
It was written out.
It's different priorities, and now we got alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah,
It's different priorities.
Different priorities. We have concentration camps in America in 2025.
We have U.S.
Stop
citizens
bullshit.
going to places they don't fucking belong.
It's different priorities. You know, we revere our black women. Abortion, y'all have been talking about black people. The specific type of black person who tries to be anti-abortion will always say they force all these black women to have abortions.
Black babies, black babies,
XYZ. You're looking at a healthcare thing that disproportionately impacts black women, and you didn't come out and make sure they got support.
You
sat there and allowed it to be repealed.
Not by 10 million. Not by 10 million. It doesn't, not by 10 million. No. By like $1 trillion. $1 trillion. Disproportionately, it's going to affect black women. And just minorities in general. $1 trillion.
You are stupid.
But other priorities.
Pressing issues. No. Let me tell you what the fucking pressing issue is, Stephen A. The pressing fucking issue is your pockets. That $100 million fucking contract that he's been bragging about ever since he got that bitch. That's the pressing issue.
The pressing issue is the forces that give you that $100 million contract and the work that goes into that. Not saying that Stephen A's not a hard worker. He's been holding down First Take and all types of ESPN shows and everything for decades at this point. But you're not a political analyst.
Nope.
You're not a politician.
Stay in your fucking lane.
You had Candace Owens on your show talking about anti-vaccine and talking about George Floyd wasn't actually and you couldn't push back because you don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Sat there and allowed that shit. How do you call yourself an ally?
And then you're
Stop it. Do the sports. Do the sport.
You can give your opinion, yes, but your opinion is woefully fucking misinformed.
No,
you
fuck
tried
that.
To step
Your opinion is invalid.
You can give your opinion.
You finna get your fucking podcast mic revoked, my nigga. I'm gonna tear
At that stage, you have to
other priorities. I hope the tariffs was a priority, and I hope they
Yeah.
tariff that nigga podcast equipment.
Bro, it's not just you see something and get pissed off and say it. No, nigga, or
do
you
your
a fucking
research.
And the thing is, you have to do your research because if you did your research, then you'd be able to talk educatedly about what's happening in our country right now.
You wouldn't have had that response to Michelle Obama.
Yeah, and if you really think about it right now, while this nigga beefing over Michelle Obama and everything, there are lawmakers from Texas that ran to our state because these niggas are straight up trying to like civil rights era remove voting rights from niggas.
I'm gonna keep.
There's other priorities.
Fully rig the election, like actually.
Seal the next election. That's what they're planning on, and I'll talk about it.
I'm gonna keep it a whole 1,000 with y'all, right? We need to get Umar on here. And why I say this is because we need to do
I heard
a
that
whole
nigga was in like
study.
financial trouble or some shit.
We not worried about it. But it's the whole cool.
He said my bank accounts have been frozen. They froze my bank account.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
They
did
froze
open
his-
a
they
school.
froze all his shit.
I don't remember how it went.
I
I just know that people be frying him. But what were you saying? They need to do a whole study?
Like we just need to have like a doom, probably like an hour and 30 of the study of the brain.
You want to know what I'd do? I'd actually I'd have Dr. Umar sit there. I'd have Stephen A sit here, and then I just stand in the background with y'all and just watch it happen.
Just staring at them.
I'll just 1,000 lashes.
1,000-yard stare. Wait, what do you mean by that?
Lashes.
Wait.
Let's go to this next subject.
You know, I like repeated lashes in my head. And I was like, wait a minute. What are we talking
Go
about?
to the
So Texas.
I heard that like I know you're about to get into it, but like with the lines drawn in the states with the shit.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So the reason why I interrupt you though, is before we even explain what gerrymandering is, the reason why niggas like Stephen A piss me off so much is not because it's a simple difference in opinion. One of my things that I've understand become my pet peeves is ignorance to history.
Yeah.
If you don't
Read a book.
If you don't fucking understand history and where we came from, you are sitting right now in this political era cross-eyed, lost.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea.
But
that's the
bullshit.
only thing that would allow you to come out and say all that shit about these policy positions. It was other. Yeah, if you paid attention to history, you would know the Republicans don't actually give a fuck about any of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what that ties into? It literally ties in the conversation we had with Deonte Kyle. In the sense of you get that money and you become so out of touch with reality that you don't even question.
Which is so crazy because you have Stephen A.
so many
if you line up all of humanity that has ever existed, Stephen A. Smith is in like the top 1% of eligibility to have a book.
Yeah.
Given all the money and everything he's amassed, every human that's ever lived, Stephen A's probably in the top 10% of niggas who have the most ability to pick up a book.
It's because it's not about that. It's not about that. Politics is trendy right now. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
It's really trendy.
Politics is trendy, so everybody trying to get on politics. Everybody trying to do it without actually reading a fucking article.
And that's the thing.
Reading a book.
And as a nigga who took a liking to this shit at like 15, I can really tell when you niggas aren't about it.
Real shit.
And the reason why I say history is very important is because I want you to keep in mind a question that I thought about when I was initially researching, which is, where do y'all think the racists went after the Civil War? Do you think that
they went to Pluto or some shit and got blew up?
What's that place they built that white town at?
Arkansas, was it? Yeah,
Arkansas.
Sounds about right. About white.
Sounds about white.
I was gonna say, the thing is that we keep forgetting is that, like, no, the racist niggas who lost the Civil War didn't just fade into nothingness. Nope. They didn't just lose and be like,
snap.
oh, well, I guess I left the nigga now.
Nope, they got they went to like, they got to like 80 and their kids got to like 30.
Yeah,
that's where the fuck they went. They've been teaching them this whole time.
Them Confederate niggas, them lawmakers who were supporting the Confederates, they lost. They said, damn, I guess we can't do this shit no more. Then they clocked in to work the next day and found a way to continue doing the same thing.
Yep.
So, let's set the scene. The Democrats right now, as a part of their own bullshit, because, you know, they're still trying to, nationally, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and all of them are fucking missing in action and still are not speaking out about, like, really effectively about the shit that's going on. But despite all that, what usually happens is when a president wins an election, the following a midterm election, which is 2 years after that election, they usually always lose the House because, you know, people voted for one party a couple years ago and then they get fed up, so then they vote for the other party. So even with the Democrats being at the worst like approval rating they've had in like 40 years right now, despite the fact that the other side is literally fascist, which that's hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
Even with that, they're still on track to get a majority, if not like a slim majority in the House in 2026 when that midterm election comes up.
What day is
and
that?
that's
What day is that?
That's it's like in November. I think it's like the same day as all the other elections. And that's important because the reason why the Democrats are on track to win, despite the fact that they're like hated right now, is because the Republicans have been doing some nut shit. We've talked about it. They had the big beautiful bill. They just had the president is on the Epstein's list. And we're just casually bullshitting about that. The nigga did the tariff war priorities. The tariff war that happened at the very beginning of his presidency. That was throwing the economy out of work.
Up too?
Yeah, we're still doing that shit.
All right.
We're talking about they just did a massive transfer of wealth up to the 1%. All these programs are getting slashed.
Trillions.
And they're not even going outside to their town halls because their constituents hate them. I'm seeing footage of Republican districts that were plus 10 Republican. That they're like, we don't fuck with this. And they're like yelling at the nigga. They're like, how much?
And this nigga's on the top of the White House.
That's why they're making
And this nigga's on the top of the White House.
Bullshitting on
trying to
3-5.
build nuke heads and shit. Bullshitting.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Yes. So
Bullshitting.
Republicans are making a concerted effort to not go to town halls right now because no one fucking likes them.
Gonna get there.
So they know that. Right? So Trump and them start panicking. I don't know if y'all remember during the 2020 election, when the nigga lost Georgia, and they were like, this cannot be. How the fuck did we lose Georgia? He got on the phone.
Me 11,000 votes.
He got on the phone with, I believe, the Attorney General or whoever. He got on the phone with the Attorney General or whoever's responsible for the election, and he was like, I need you to find me 11,500 something votes so we can win the state, because that's how much he was behind Joe Biden by. You can't do that. What do you mean find the vote? You lost.
Where the fuck are you gonna find
Democratic process. You lost. So that was just the beginning of it. Now I'm like, oh, deja vu, right? Oh, the Secretary of State. It was Brad Raffensperger or some shit. So he called him up and was like, yeah, we need it. And the nigga, this was the time when Republicans still had some sanity left in him. He was like, sir, we can't do that, XYZ. And then he got charged over that because you can't fucking do that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I seen what was going on in Texas. I'm like, I'm starting to get some deja vu.
Yeah, for sure.
Trump called up the Texas legislature, Greg Abbott, the governor, all the people in the Republican side in the Congress, and was like, yo, these niggas about to clear us in this midterms. Y'all need to find us 5 seats in Texas. Y'all need to gerrymander, redraw these fucking lines, and give us 5 extra seats because it's looking like approval rating wise we might lose this bitch.
Didn't they say like the timelines of redrawing the lines in the states? That's like per decade?
Yes. So let me explain gerrymandering before we get into the broader conversation. So to those of you who don't know what gerrymandering is, basically, there are congressional districts in the country. That's how we have the 435 members in the House of Representatives. And how those lines, what section of land in the state determines like what is a congressional district can be determined in multiple ways. It can either be a nonpartisan third party draws the districts after every 10 years when we get the census numbers to keep the districts like proportionate, like roughly similar amount of people in each district.
Some fair shit.
So there are a lot of states and more Democrat states. Democrats do gerrymander as well, but more Democrat states tend to use independent commissions like California does. California could be fucked to high hell and not have a single Republican in that bitch if they decide not to use their independent redistricting, which they've been doing this whole time.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom.
So
lock the fuck in.
Lock in, nigga.
Lock the fuck in.
So it's either that or the party that's running the state legislature gets to determine their own voter district maps. That's called gerrymandering.
Written.
So the Republicans, basically what Trump was trying to argue was that the Republicans should hold, I'll actually get to that afterwards, but basically in Canada, they do nonpartisan districting in all their like provinces or states or whatever. In the US, they let them do it. And it's supposed to be every 10 years because the population changes, we get the census numbers. What the Republicans in Texas have done is said it's 2025. We're halfway through this decade, and next year is a very important election. So let's, in the middle of the decade, redraw this fucking line. It's not because
Literally
the population changed. It's not because more people came into Texas. We got to really find out how to. I'm not sure completely yet, but I believe there's going to be challenges.
For sure.
There's going to be challenges, and you know the Supreme Court is wonky on some bullshit, and we'll get to that and everything right now. But basically, they were like, yeah, Trump needs these districts so we don't fucking lose for all the bullshit we've been doing, and I don't care it's in the middle of the district. Let's call a special session and redraw the fuck out of these maps so we can get 5 extra seats.
Nuts.
Which is some nut shit, right?
Nuts.
Okay, so the governor, just to go over a little timeline of what's happening on the ground. Greg Abbott, the governor, called a special session in late July, and they wanted to redraw their map and make it into law, right? To stop that from happening, because you need 3/4 of the members of like the Congress present to like vote in Texas or whatever on anything. To stop that from happening, a bunch of the Texas lawmakers, I believe like 52 or 56 of them, left Texas.
Damn.
And they went to Illinois, and they went to New York, and they went to like other Democratic cities, because if they're not there, then they don't have the legally required amount of people there to vote on anything. So the Republicans can't do shit right now. So that's currently where we're at the standoff. A bunch of Texas Democrats are in Illinois right now, and J.B. Pritzker is kind of like taking care of them, making sure that they can like live and be away from the state, because you don't make a lot of money as a state representative. So it's like, you can't just come out here and get your Airbnb and stay out here for like a month or however long it takes. So, and they also did the sleazy shit when they called this session. You want to know what they put first, like up on their agenda? They put this redistricting shit to vote on. And then what you put next at the bottom of the agenda was the disaster relief for the floods that just happened.
So they're making you wait. Oh, these niggas
So
are
the Republicans
ridiculous.
got a phone call from the president, said, you need to find me these 5 extra seats. And in order to do that, so in order to do that and make the Democrats look bad,
the relief. Fuck out of here.
In order to do that and make the Democrats look bad, they said, we're going to get to this relief that y'all going to get.
And then they're going to frame it and blame them and be like, whoa, the only reason why you guys haven't got the relief is because the Democrats won't allow us to vote on it.
Yeah.
These niggas are fucked.
They literally make the excuses as their
These niggas is fucked. They moving so fast, and this is why we can't have Stephen A. my nigga.
Yes, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Militant, my nigga.
So what Trump's argument was, Abel.
He said,
So what Trump's argument was for finding these 5 seats, right? He's not gonna ever come out and be like, yes, I'm a fascist. Yes, I don't think niggas should have correct voting representation. XYZ. He says he says that the Republicans should have a bigger share of House districts in Texas given the election results in 2024. And this analysis that I seen in the AP, actually, is this from that? Nope, this is from CBC. They talk about how it's not borne out by the data. Trump took 56% of the votes in 2024 in Texas. He got 56% of the vote. And that same election gave the Texas Republicans 63% of the House seats. So you're already overrepresented because of how they drew the districts. And pretty much how gerrymandering works. Texas, right? Pretty much this is in Texas. Okay. Pretty much how gerrymandering works is, let's say the JAAM and our audience is in the Chicagoland area. How you draw a district, there are 2 ways you can do. You can either pack So you could say, let's say we're all in Chicago, and you know the JAAM fam is about to vote for the Democrats. So you could just draw a box around all of us and keep us in that one district, and then at the minimum, we'll get one seat.
Yeah, it's gonna get everything.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Or what you can do is, okay, I know the JAAM and all their family is living in New York, so what I'm gonna do is draw a bunch of different boxes that go through, or in Chicago. So I'm gonna draw a bunch of different boxes that go through Chicago and split up as many of the JAAM fam as possible into other areas where there's also Republicans there. So it gives the Republicans a chance to win
So it's
that
like
area.
a 3-to-1 splits in
So
every...
it really, depending on how you draw the map, you could have like a bunch of districts that are just accurately represented, or you could say there's a bunch of niggas here, let me carve up these neighborhoods to make sure that each district has like one nigga in it, and they're not gonna beat us, so we're just gonna win.
For the visual learners, this is the pool of niggas, right?
It's getting weird.
And then over here is like the pool of Republicans, right?
My mind racing.
Why?
Okay, let's do this.
Why
All
you got the hand?
The niggas here, the Republicans here, right? They gon' take the Republicans. The niggas, they gonna slice a little bit right here. So now it's only a little bit of niggas and a lot of Republicans.
Yeah,
Yes.
get you half nigga.
And you just do that over and over
So you
again, so that you can get so many. Okay.
All right.
All right. So then you just and you just do that over and over again. So pretty much, right?
So now
Niggas is having shit come to him.
Just having shit come to him. So pretty much that's pretty much what they've been trying to do in Texas to give themselves more power and to shield themselves from the consequences
Not
of their actions.
fascism yet, though.
Priorities.
So after the Democrats left, because they're like, we're not about to let this shit happen, Governor Greg Abbott has threatened to arrest them.
Yeah, they already got an arrest warrant.
A bunch of them are in Chicago right now, actually. So a bunch of them are probably like right up the street from where we're at. But
Yeah, y'all could have came on the jam. Get the story out. Bullshit.
But they said that they
radar shit.
They said that they
immediately.
got arrest warrants for lawmakers, but they can't enforce them beyond Texas. So, and Jasmine Crockett, when they broke quorum before, she also got a warrant. And she like framed that.
She
bitch
just
and was
framed
like,
her warrant.
She was like, they gave me one too, and I'm still here, nigga. Go do what you
Written.
do. Yeah,
Frame that
yes,
shit.
you framed that.
Framed
shit
it, put it on her desk.
Yeah, so that's
Shout
fine.
out Jasmine.
Now, right? It's a legal gray area whether or not they can actually be arrested or face any consequences, but they will each be facing like $500+ fines for like each day because they changed it last time the Democrats.
JB Pritzker's a billionaire. Pay that motherfucker.
JB Abdul.
They also said that, if you accept any campaign donations to pay the fines, we're gonna prosecute.
The Republicans said that.
Yeah.
The Republicans
They
said
said they were
that.
gonna what?
The Republicans, notoriously admirers of campaign finance.
Like, what are we talking about? Nigga, I would take that $1 million and go buy a Birkin, nigga. You're bullshitting.
Yeah, you said they were gonna what?
They said that they're going to try to prosecute them if they find that they accepted donation money to like try to pay for the fines that they're going to get for leaving the state, which, they're threatening, they're trying to be like angry or whatever, which they don't have.
You don't have shit.
Ken
They're just
Paxton,
threatening.
he's the attorney general and he's corrupt as the fuck. And
Yeah, like, bro.
I don't think that the
Bro,
Democrats on the ground are
if it's
smart.
me, I'm going to keep it a beezy. I'm not listening to shit y'all are telling me.
No.
Y'all
Why
haven't
would
listened
you?
to
Yes.
shit in the last 8 months.
That's
Fuck
okay.
all.
We're gonna
stop it.
We're gonna get to why the history part is so important because, like, I feel like we're just kind of devoiding it of context, right? Because the issue is, let's get into the arguments. What people have been saying, and the number one argument that Republicans who have been switched off this entire time have been making is that, well, both parties do it. Democrats and Republicans both gerrymander, so why is JB Pritzker standing up and saying XYZ, or why are the Democrats doing this now? Okay, you have to be, and if you are someone who's not involved in the political system, you feel like you're just kind of clocked out. That's one thing to not get it, but listen up. People who are lying to you are trying to lie to you. Both Republicans and Democrats do gerrymander, and that's why gerrymandering in and of itself is kind of a problem.
It is.
Right?
Like, in general. I found out about I'm like, this is the dumbest shit in the world.
But, right, there's differences in scale here.
Always.
So,
as there always is with Republicans and Democrats.
So, first of all, let's begin. So, the Republicans do it more. Let's click on our first fucking map. Because I remember when I was a kid and I learned like about gerrymandering for the first time, I always got told the conventional wisdom was like, yeah, they both do it, but the Republicans do it more. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I thought everyone knew that. if you look at this graphic up top, it tells you which party's in control of redistricting in each state. So which one is the one drawing the line?
Yeah, for instance, right, when JJ was mentioning California, how we brought up the independent people that draw up California, that's why it's yellow.
Yeah, that's why California is orange, because they have a commission, independent. Every state that's orange has an independent commission that does it. Every state that's blue, the Democrats do it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 states.
Yeah, 8 or 9
states.
8, 9, 10 maybe.
Damn, that's real bad. We got a real bad corruption problem on the Democratic side.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The vast majority of this country is red right now.
Yeah.
I count 21.
You count 21 states.
I count 21
And everyone does it.
21 states in which Republicans are drawing the maps themselves and gerrymandering the fuck. What do you want? So we see
Think about how much that would
It's
affect
cool when
the
they
election.
do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em. Yeah,
Exactly.
Fuck 'em.
That's
So-
like actually like.
So we can see that at least even more Democratic states like Michigan, states like California, states like Arizona, states like Washington will usually, or a lot of them are doing their independent shit, or they'll have the Democrats do it, or they'll have any other thing. But the Republicans like, oh, we got this DEI. Let's run this shit up and make sure our numbers are inflated as much as possible. Yeah, which is also how the 3/5 compromise happened, which is funny that we were talking about that.
We were talking about 3.
Think about your history. Every time the South or these niggas who are conservatives nowadays don't get exactly what they want, they take their ball and they go home. The whole reason why the 3/5 compromise had to happen was because if the North had their way, the South would not get any representation for the black people that they don't even consider to be human. But they wanted some of that, but they didn't want to count them as full humans. So they
redrew some lines. Yeah, bullshit.
So they said 3/5. With this, they know that if it was left up to an independent committee, they'd probably get blown the fuck out because there's a lot of urban centers in these red states. So let's carve up these bitches of like as much as possible so that we can control the legislatures and we can control the lines. This is not the extent to which it goes. Let's go to our next picture, right? So I was looking in, I believe this is research from the AP, and they compared like basically the expected amount of representation each state should have compared to what they actually got because of their gerrymandering. So you can see
okay.
So you can see these are blue states,
Wait, so
right?
the light
the further
blues.
the dots are apart, the more representation they actually got as opposed to what they would have had if it was done more fair. So you see that there is gerrymandering for some of the states that are blue, right? You see Massachusetts has it bad, New Jersey has it bad, Maryland's pretty bad, New York's pretty bad, but a lot of them are also.
So that dark blue's actual.
Dark blue is what their
light
actual
blue
was.
expected. Okay, cool.
The ones where the dots are really close, that means that it was pretty accurate.
Yeah, they drew it up pretty accurate, like California.
Like California.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nigga, Jersey is fucked.
So let's go to Jersey fucking they talking about doing more because of the shit that they've been doing.
Richard.
Let's look at the Republicans.
Keep doing it.
Let's look at the next slide. Oh, fuck.
Jesus fucking hell.
Nigga, look at South Carolina.
God damn.
That's a football field. These niggas drew
You don't
these
have
fuck.
opinion
You
in
can
that
see.
bitch. You can't say shit.
There is one Republican state where the dots are touching,
Jesus,
and that's
bro.
Kentucky.
Good God.
Because there's so many Republicans that live there, they don't even got a gerrymander.
Yeah.
They said, all right,
They're like,
fuck.
hey, it ain't no black people here regardless.
So even
They all related.
Hey, do it right there.
so even when you look at the data, you can see that there is an actual clear and pronounced difference between how much the Republicans do it and how much the Democrats do it. So
Let's change that.
So
Let's change.
Gavin Newsom.
the AP also compared its findings with data compiled by Warsaw. I'm not sure who that is, but using a similar formula for hundreds of congressional and state legislative elections dating to the 1970s. That analysis showed that Republicans' advantages early in the decade, from 2010 to 2016-ish, and then it decreased from 2016 to 2020. But that influence that they had, as expected with changing voter demographics, the Republican advantage electorally lasted longer in more states than for either party in the previous decades going back to the 70s. After they drew the maps after the 2010 census, the Republicans gave themselves a bigger advantage than both parties had seen in the last 50 years. This is why we're seeing these results.
So we're bullshitting thinking that it's, again, the same thing. There's so many, it's even like the immigration thing, right? You talk about immigration and the immediate thing is, oh, Obama deported people too. We are bullshitting like we don't know it's not the same thing. And it's not at the same levels. It's like, stop it.
And when you
never is.
Like, even the start of, like, with the whole mandate of, like, people saying, well, everyone does it. No, you can't say that because it, like, you can't dismiss it.
Yeah.
In the same way, it's like, you can't compare.
And I will say, we're talking about Texas. This is why the history is so important, because Texas and the South have been doing voter ID laws, voter suppression in the 60s and the 50s. They were doing the poll taxes. These are the same niggas. So why are we? The Democrats do it too, and oh my God, you have no leg to stand on. These niggas are doing the same thing in different
like
spots
Civil
for
War.
70 years.
Yeah, like what are we talking?
For 100
been longer. I was in 100 Civil War.
Yes, I was gonna say, Texas, right, created a disparate burden. I was looking into.
Real quick. Texas itself, isn't Texas itself like redrawn because of the whole like Spaniards and like in itself it was a whole
Texas
thing.
Texas ain't even ours for
real. Like taken away or some shit like that.
Texas
Wasn't
is
it like
its own unique thing. Texas is Texas has its history of like us taking.
I'm just I know. I'm just saying like in that regard, like it was taken from Mexico and shit like that.
Yeah.
In that same breath, they've been doing the same redrawn shit and bullshitting since like hundreds of years.
That entire coalition that became the South in the Civil War has been fucking around forever.
Bullshit.
And they did a study into voter suppression and stuff that's happening in Texas. And one of the nuggets that I found, they said Texas created a disparate burden on voters of color by limiting the availability of ballot drop-off locations. Governor Greg Abbott restricted the ballot drop-offs by issuing an emergency proclamation to bar counties from providing more than one drop-off location for mail-in ballots during early voting. This was during the 2020 election.
Meaning you'd have to drive like 40, 50 hours.
And think of, whatever you think, it's worse because it'll be county to county, right? But different populations live in different counties. This policy disproportionately affected communities of color in Texas's large, diverse urban counties. Harris County, which is the one where Houston is in, one of the largest and most diverse counties in the country, was limited to a single drop-off location for more than 2.3 million registered voters.
Nuts.
A smaller, predominantly white counties, such as Rains County, which is 84% white with about 8,000 registered voters, and had stayed within the Election Assistance Commission guidelines of one drop-off location for every 15,000 voters. That's the guidelines. The guidelines is one for every 15,000 voters, and in Houston's county, he limited it to one for 2.3 million. This was in the 2020 election.
These niggas been
This is data that is out there. Texas and Republicans have been bullshitting. And then the ice on top of the cake. Yes, Democrats and Republicans do it too. Only difference is the Democrats first of all, there was a 2019 Supreme Court decision that basically said that it was from a case from North Carolina that basically ruled that federal courts have no authority to decide whether gerrymandering based on Democrat or Republican lines goes too far. Whose Supreme Court decided that? The one with all the justices that Trump appointed. Basically saying that there's no problem with partisan gerrymandering. And then after that, the Dems introduced the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, which pretty much it gave a bunch of voters a bunch of tools to challenge gerrymandered maps. It strengthened the parts of the Voter Rights Act from the 60s, and it also called for a nationwide ban on partisan gerrymandering.
What happened to it?
What happened to it?
Nigga, you know what happened to that.
Not a single fucking Republican voted for it because they know that the only way to maintain their power is to do the same voter suppression shit they've been doing since we were slaves.
You know what I've always thought was hilarious about it? My Jamaican mother grew me up, right? Always saying you gotta vote Democrat, gotta vote Democrat. And I was like, why, Mom? She's like, I don't know, you gotta vote Democrat, right? I think it's almost hilarious to me. Like parties in my head don't even exist for real. Yeah. Like Republican, it doesn't even, in my head, it's like you have one party. I'm going to say, in my head, you have one party that's like, okay, the Democratic Party in itself needs to be split into people. We know those things, exactly, corporate, not corporate, etc. The Republican Party is a party that has been fucking scraping the ground for like 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years at this point, and we're still allowing these niggas to wait a minute, and acting as if the Republican Party is on the same level. It's not.
It's the same people. The people who they changed names. Yeah, the Democrats of the past who were the segregationists became the Republicans, but it's the same people. That same white grandpappy who had his baby in Alabama.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
That niggas are inferior.
Like I'm gonna keep it a bean. It's like niggas who really trying to compete. Let's put it in basketball terms, my nigga. Like
basketball terms.
It's really like.
It's like if
it's like niggas saying like Bron or like KD. Like, no, that's not a conversation we're having. KD's a great player, but like, nah, I can't even.
You about to get?
I'm disrespecting.
You about to get dragged?
I'm disrespecting the fuck out that nigga. Hell nah.
It'd be like y'all. It would be like y'all trying to play in a basketball season, and then like halfway through the season, niggas like, all right, so basically, if we score 40, first team to score 45 points, win the game from here on out. And they're doing that because these niggas have gotten fucked over every single time because they actually hate the sport of basketball. But they're just here to like.
No, they say
deliberately
whoever scores the first 45 points and then they take away your center. You can't.
It's like the nigga who just told me DeAndre Ayton is gonna be a problem for niggas in this next upcoming league and shit. It's not fucking happening.
I think and I was gonna say, the reason why I bring this up is because it gets even worse. Though. Not only for that voting rights amendment that niggas voted down. Cool. The funny part is, in July 2021, 150 companies signed a letter to support that Voting Rights Act. You know who signed a letter to support the Voting Rights Act? Amazon, Apple, Best Buy, Pepsi, IKEA, Nestle, Macy's, and Target.
And Target, Kai Sinet.
This is how much of a bare minimum step this Voting Rights Act should have been. And these niggas allowed it to be voted down because they know, and they've always known, that the only way the Republicans hold on to political power in this country is if they keep gerrymandering and the Democrats keep not gerrymandering. They've been inflating their political power since the founding of this country because they hold views that are antithetical to the success of people in the country. So they have to make it that they have more representation because no one fucking likes them.
Real.
It's dictatorship.
So,
Real. It's dictatorship.
It's genuinely
They've been corrupt and racist and shit this entire time. These same niggas did the Civil War, the Confederacy. These same niggas
January
were
6th.
Anti-civil rights. These same niggas in 2016 lost the popular vote. Then in 2020 said that they stole it from me, raided the Capitol. Then in 2024 was saying that they was finna steal it before he started pulling away in Pennsylvania. And now in 2026, we about to lose this bitch. Let me get my 5 seats. I don't think they like democracy.
I don't think they like democracy.
If I'm spitballing, I don't think that these niggas are democratic, which is exactly why, what do we do, guys? I was hoping that we could have a guest to tell us like what we should do at home, but I don't really know what we should do at home. I know that if you are in power, J.B. Pritzker, Kathy Hochul, Gavin Newsom,
I was gonna say,
gerrymander the ever-living fuck these niggas, kick these niggas out, get that House majority,
primary to fuck out these niggas,
and then ban gerrymander.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. The last time. I was gonna say what we do is
these niggas want to take 5. Okay, give us 10 from Cali and Illinois and New York. Give us like 15 of them bitches. Get like a 5-10 seat majority, and then we can have a conversation about, because you niggas are not here for the democratic process, right? You can't say, oh, they're doing the same thing. You have no leg to stand on, when these niggas have thrown democracy out the window for the past 5 years.
Yeah, bullshit.
So why are you even caring?
Yeah, stop it. You have more than the moral clarity and the ability to do that. And we need to stop letting these niggas repeat history. If it was up to these niggas, they'd be doing poll taxes right now. Stop bullshitting.
Stop bullshitting.
And I think
if it was up to these niggas,
and I think that's why the criticism that we give them, in a sense of like, bro, you have to damn near play the same game to do it, because you can't keep allowing
fight fire with fire.
You have to you have to man the fuck up, and you have to fight against weird ass niggas to protect our democracy. Unfortunately, that's the position that we've been placed in. And
that's the timeline we're in.
And that fight is not just Texas Democrats fight. That's all of our fight, especially men's fight. That fight against weird ass niggas. Let's talk about the doom of the day.
Fucking transition of hell.
Because one of those weird ass niggas also is the president.
One of those weird ass niggas
president.
is the president.
Yeah. So,
AB, get us into it, please. Let us know.
Weird ass niggas.
Weird ass niggas.
Weird ass
freak
niggas.
balls.
Why?
So let's get into it, right? There's a lot of weird ass niggas in here. I don't know. I don't understand why niggas have to be weird. But the first person I want to talk about is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe got into this debacle with this shorty of the age of 19.
Remind me how old Shay Shay is.
57.
Oh shit, he 57?
57.
Okay, let's keep it a beat.
Why?
2 years, you got in 2 years, you have 40 years on this woman.
So not only that, like, okay, cool, because we were talking about the age gap already. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep track of all the freaked out weirdo instances. So we're already at like damn near 40-year age gap.
Yeah,
cool.
40 years.
If that's not doing it for you,
if
did y'all see the
like
clip?
what
First of all, I
runs
should do
through
it.
your fucking head?
Because what is in common with you and but did y'all see that clip, Lil Yachty, where he was
we gonna get right into that. We gonna get right into that. So the nigga, I don't know how these motherfuckers interconnected, but they got into whatever the fuck they got into, and it got really weird, and he got sued for SA and a bunch of other shit. And they were trying to get 50 million out the nigga. It's a shakedown, this and that, whatever. Fast forward,
Shook the fuck out of you.
got shook the fuck down.
It's a shakedown. We will not succumb to it.
50 million. 50. I don't know how much they took that nigga.
And then Shorty retired from OnlyFans. No, so you didn't give her
They sucked the
100K.
dog shit out too.
No, you've been on your pod.
They took that nigga inside out.
Damn.
You seen when the SpongeBob grabbed the nigga Mr. Krabs because he wouldn't
Yeah.
hire the nigga over the dime? He's
Took the biggest dime out that nigga, bro.
Full Nelson. You over here fetishizing 18 and 19-year-olds.
And it doesn't
ran up a fucking bag.
And it doesn't make sense to me, bro, because it's like when you get into that type of like it fucks with me the wrong way, bro.
Gang, the mentality is, bro, these weird niggas
It's
get
like
money
a power
and niggas-
dynamic.
It's a power dynamic because niggas want to be in glory days. Niggas want to be in their prime. Niggas feel like, especially when you get money late, right? I feel like one thing that we have an advantage of is we gonna get money young. So we can pop our shit. Some niggas don't get bread until they older. Like, for instance, Shannon Sharpe was getting money when he was young. But once you get out the league and then you lead the life that Shannon Sharpe does lead, he's making way more money now than he was making in the league.
Yeah.
As he's a 50-year-old. What that doesn't allow for you to do, especially if you've been bullshitting your whole fucking 30 years, you ain't got no wife, you ain't got no kids, you ain't got no family. What that allows you to do, which he does have kids, I'm pretty sure, and like what, but he's not like in a committed relationship. What that allows you to do though is you think at 55 you can pop your shit. Nigga, the only shit you're finna pop is your fucking hip. My nigga, you're old. Keep it in the
pop
beastie.
is that fucking bank account open.
Like you finna
my issue is, right, and I was gonna say, we have to be real about it, despite how it might make some niggas feel uncomfortable. That's also that weird ass commodifying shit where you want, if you get a younger, more attractive woman, they're pristine, and older women around my age are more
pure.
They're more pure.
And older women around my age are more
and on top of that,
and they don't look attractive. You think a woman is a fucking like a mannequin, and you want a child, like that's weird, dog.
That's why
weird as fuck.
when niggas be like, they have that thing where like, oh yeah, 18, 19, I automatically look at you as a weirdo, and that's why I couldn't defend Shannon Sharpe in general with that dynamic, because you're not looking at that person with a pure intention at all.
Right.
You say it
especially at an age gap
like
is
that.
You want to know how I
Look at it is
gang.
you look at that purity, you look at all that because subconsciously you know you have control over all of
Not
that.
only do you know you have control, that woman is a commodity.
Yeah,
Because if
she's not
you're
real
really
to you.
telling me that you, as Shannon Sharpe, can't find a woman who's gorgeous, 35, and has life
Gorgeous
experience and can relate like certain things to you,
Nigga.
are you fucking
Are we
kidding me?
serious?
Deion Sanders with what's her name?
I forgot her name. but I know
Karuchi
who you're
Tran?
talking about.
Karut. I don't know if that's her last
I think
name.
that's her name is Karuchi Tran.
But she was she like 30 something. She like 35 something. 30. Even
Bro.
that, okay, sure, Shannon, you're 58, you get with a 35-year-old. 19,
19
nigga.
straight out.
The
the
age-
door.
you looking at- you looking at the
That
gap?
is disgusting.
The age gap is damn near both of y'all combined. What are we talking about
are
right
we
now?
talking about?
And the thing
Yeah.
too that they play, that some of these niggas that like to get in these weird ass relationships, is like they take control or they take like over with that. The fuck am I trying to say? It's like the naiveness. Of the
that's
girl.
what it is.
Yeah.
If the power dynamic comes in because yes, money is a thing, because you know the nigga popular football player, but that power dynamic comes in with the age gap because at age 19,
what are you gonna say to a
57-year-old? 19,
haven't
I
even
was
been in a relationship.
significantly dumber than I am right now.
But even then, you can be the smartest 19-year-old in the world. And at 57, and I'm a $100 millionaire. What are you going to say to me?
And I'm a famous nigga. I'm famous.
That nigga.
That's why it's so irresponsible, because you know
that dynamic is not a good dynamic.
Like, come on.
Like, bro, you have to play that.
Oh my god.
Play the clip. Yeah, let's play the clip.
Lil Yachty of Doom tried to tell
niggas tried
you
to
had
tell you.
warning. If that nigga can see it's weird and we can see it's weird, and you the only one in the room who don't think it's weird.
Fucking odd.
Go ahead.
Especially when you
say, no, you good.
Now when you see, this the thing with people like you, man. Y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like You like the same age girls I like.
Right.
When you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
Right. Okay. And with that, you gotta uphold a certain way, because you can't be old and
teaching
sloppy.
He's trying his hardest.
You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
Has no idea what he's talking about.
As no idea.
You don't
Women,
get
you
old
pause it
in
right
shape.
there.
Women.
Guess
He was not talking about. Lil Yachty was like, you gotta uphold yourself in a certain way because you can't be old and sloppy. He's talking about.
I like him old and sloppy or young and
is talking about women. He's talking about your sloppy ass,
And
nigga.
that's what you said. This nigga don't even see him as a woman.
He don't even get it.
What you do, Josh?
It's shook the fuck down.
Shook the fuck down. You so freaked out.
You obsessed
that
with the youthfulness and the beauty of the young female body. You're a weirdo, nigga.
You're a weirdo.
That's a person that you can put a connection with.
There's nothing. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate of beautiful women and beautiful people in general, right? In the sense of like, bro, I like beautiful women too. What is the problem with, like, you know, being 27, 28? This is my plan, nigga. Being 27, 28, finding me someone that's like gorgeous as shit, and then marrying that gorgeous as shit woman, and then being 50 with a gorgeous as shit woman. I don't understand it, my nigga.
There's no
It ain't never been nothing in me that I'm like, damn, I'm 21 now. So I gotta find me a gorgeous 16. What the fuck are you talking about?
Prosecution.
What? I like it for that. They gotta
and
be
then
young
the
and clean and not sloppy. What are you talking
I don't
about?
like. You can't find somebody your age.
And that's where it goes to, like, it be where it's rooted from is that subconscious misogyny that you don't want to say.
It's the PDF file. That's what it's rooted in,
bothers
nigga.
you the fact. It bothers you the fact that if you deal with an older woman, that they have that past.
Yeah, that they have a personality.
Mind you, you're Shannon Sharpe. How many stories you think Shannon Sharpe didn't hit?
And another thing that these niggas like to run away from is accountability, because they know women their age would hold them accountable for certain shit.
For that dumb shit you perpetuate.
That's why you couldn't say the shit to an older woman that you're gonna say to a younger woman.
And that's why you got young niggas.
Yeah, and, oh my God, you know, pandering. Say what you know how we get down. There's nothing in me that would find an 18-year-old like attractive to date right now. And that's not a crazy
lifestyle.
but I know the lifestyle's different.
With that, if the intention isn't pure, bro, that is something that can genuinely turn abusive, my nigga. No one wants to talk about it.
And that's why that case was such a gray area, because we're like, we don't know where the abuse is, and the dynamics already freaked out. That's why you got shook down.
And speaking about 18-year-olds,
I was gonna say also that abuse can turn into different things and manifest into different forms of abuse.
Here's the thing with this situation, right? Y'all know who Lil Tay is.
We do know who Lil Tay was. Can you explain to everybody if they don't know who Lil Tay was?
Where were y'all at in the 2010s on the internet?
Probably like working.
What is Lil Tay? She's Asian, right?
I believe so.
so.
She was basically like
she was a little kid back in like at low key. I thought she was back in like the Vine days, but no, it was 2018.
It was 28.
Yes.
What was I doing in 2018?
That was
like,
our
listening to Astro World and
18,
Carter 5.
I was 18.
Like
she was, I believe, 9 or 10 years old at the time, And she popped up on the internet, basically, you know, using black culture to get on. She
Bad Baby before Bad Baby.
I'm flexing this, flexing
No,
that.
I think it came after Bad Baby.
Yeah, I think it was after Bad Baby.
Because we had a run, and then we had Danielle Bergoli, then we had Whoa Vicky.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
fuck God,
a
bro.
fucking pastor now?
Yeah, something.
I done changed my life.
I felt God just like that. Whoa Vicky gotta be the most illiterate.
I got delivered.
Whoa Vicky gotta be the most like illiterate Christian on earth.
She be doing that black speak.
surprised
Does
she
she
can
still do
speak
that?
the word.
I don't even think it's the
Yeah.
black. I
No,
think it's not a black
she's
speak.
full MAGA now.
I don't even think we reduce
Well,
it.
Vicky's full MAGA now, right?
Yes, I did see her in the headline. She's
Yes,
full MAGA
she's full
now.
MAGA.
I mean, she turned that whole like Christian route, so I'm not surprised.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't even. It ain't got shit to do with. I was gonna say it ain't got shit to do with like black speak or whatever. It really just turned into no. She's illiterate.
Yeah,
Like,
Whoa
that's
Vicky is a
ignorant.
Trump MAGA babe. Trump 2024.
Trump MAGA babe. Is that like a term?
That's a headline from Baller Alert. That's a headline from Baller Alert. So this is real. Her Facebook say Trump 2024 MAGA. Whoa Vicky.
Type. Do your shit. Anyway,
okay, you have
Yeah.
it. You have
Anyway, so she popped. So she popped up in 2018, basically saying like her whole spiel was like, "I'm getting money. I'm richer than everybody. Check me out."
Tay,
She was really big in that hype beast era.
Yeah.
She was
Very
Rice
young.
Gum.
Yeah, Rice
Yup.
Gum
She
was
was
hype
Rice
beast,
Gum,
yeah.
all of them. It was real big in that era.
So it got to a point where, like, at first, when I first seen it, I'm like, "Ah, this funny. Yeah, cool. And then after a while, I was like, all right, this is getting boring. And then she just, like, disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Then she came back and then say she died.
Yes.
People were saying
2024, she came back, and I think the post was like, keep Lil Tay in your prayers because she passed away or whatever. And then she just popped up out of nowhere. No, I'm not dead.
Niggas just be faking their death.
And then,
I just want
For
to get
the clout.
Yeah,
For the
after she
attention.
came out with like she was getting like abused by her parents.
Yes.
After that thing of saying,
And
she
here's the
faked her
thing
death.
with everything. Allegedly. And here's the thing with everything about that, right? So, not like, what, last week?
Yeah, maybe last week.
Last week, I guess she turned 18.
Which is crazy. I'm old.
Yeah. She drops an OF and gains $1 million within hours. What the fuck are we talking about?
Guys,
Weird niggas are running rampant.
It's a weird nigga season, gang.
I need
Weird
men
nigga season.
who are listening to this right
If you
now, bro.
purchased her shit,
Okay.
nigga, you should be castrated.
Niggas
What
need
the
to
fuck are we
understand,
talking
bro.
about
when
right
you
now?
see something like this, because it happened with Bad Baby when she
Yup.
first turned 18. I need y'all to look at it and don't be like, why would she's so weird for doing this at 18. No, I need you to question the niggas that are consuming an 18-year-old that y'all saw who he just said was 9 years old in 2018.
Let's discuss the OnlyFans paradigm. The thing that I keep seeing on this glorious fucking internet of ours is you see the discourse around OnlyFans models. And they obviously get all the, the regular sexist bile and all type of shit that like niggas be saying,
opinion
right?
rejected.
You pandering to shorty and she a bop and she not gonna let you hit.
But you bought it,
sat
though.
down for a decade and you saw a little child be on the internet. You knew Lil Tay because Lil Tay, a little girl doing some bullshit. And you sat there and the millisecond she became 18 and did an OnlyFans, you bought it. These OnlyFans women that y'all hate don't get money or notoriety or any notice unless you niggas don't buy
y'all
this
hate
false
them
king
so
about.
much.
Y'all will build your own enemy, and that hatred for that women that you have in your soul just cannot stand to
Imagine
see
that
the
you
shit that
say
y'all niggas create.
Imagine hating an institution and hating something so much
that you're
sitting in their comment sections commenting under every video saying, "Oh, opinion rejected." Nigga, are you like here?
Are you here?
You're actively pushing their video.
Literally. There's one girl that I seen on IG. She has like a purple Huracan. I forgot her name, whatever. But I seen the video. I'm okay, that's a nice Huracan, right?
Yeah.
She was at a gas station and just pumping her gas, I guess, doing a vlog or whatever. Some random nigga in the background, "Daddy's money." She was like, "No, my dad actually died." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And then I went in the comments and I typed out, I'm like, bro, I will never understand why niggas just can't congratulate you on something. It always has to be like a caveat behind
You
that.
know what? Or
that's-
niggas,
y'all are
you
so
know,
lost.
niggas could congratulate. or niggas could shut the fuck up.
Cause shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
bro.
you know how many people I see on the internet every day that I'm like,
this is
and I forget about them.
Do you know what a random nigga commented under my shit? He was like, it's because she's a lowlife and she doesn't work for her money. She does.
You bought the subscription.
You be the hater.
You follow this person.
You bought the subscription.
You will comment that and then go in your room and put your legs up in the dark and
Because it's not about
to that same
one you call it niggas spread eagle.
Because it's not, no. You'll comment that shit. You'll do that. And then if you saw this woman in real life, my nigga,
foaming at the fucking mouth.
If this same
You're not
woman,
talking to her.
If this same woman came up to you and was like, I ain't gonna lie, what's a weird ass name? Claude. I'm sorry to all my Claude niggas. That's not weird, but it's a weird ass nigga named Claude. I hate Claude. Like I really fuck with you. Da da da. You'd be losing it. You'd be like, oh my god.
Because at the end of the day, you want that woman validation of having the presence of a woman in your life. Maybe you want to sleep with it, but you don't.
You
want
can't get a
anything else
shorty.
besides that. You can't.
That's the bottom line. You ain't got your shit wet. You ain't got your shit wet.
I'm sorry.
Because you hate yourself because you can't speak a coherent sentence to a woman.
I would hear the pandering shit if a rapist wasn't the president. You niggas actually don't care about this.
Stop it.
Malu Travail. Like, I don't know if Vicky has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like, now we have Lil Tay, Danielle Bergoli.
Yeah, Danielle Bergoli.
Who?
No, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah. They Catch Me Outside shorty.
And
these are all
Ruby Rose.
Those same niggas that
Ruby
make those comments will be purchasing Lil Tay
all
shit.
girls who were on the internet maybe doing a shit TikTok dance at 16 or 17 in the moment 18 happened. Yeah, you can. Why would you start OnlyFans? Why would you start OnlyFans? Nobody's starting OnlyFans. Nobody buying it.
Exactly. They realize
y'all
that
bought it. Y'all want. Y'all
you niggas are so
There's a market for you.
Y'all pre-ordered this shit.
A lot of you same niggas who watch Academics and voted for the rapist
pre-ordered the shit.
Pre-ordered a prepubescent child who y'all knew fame-wise because they were famous as a prepubescent child, and then beat y'all shit to it the moment she turned 18.
And
you're
then
asking me why.
Vile human.
The problem is actually men in our
And after
game.
all is said and done, they'll
humans.
go in the comments and be like, why you did that?
But like, what about the woman, though? You seen that one OnlyFans model who scammed some money from this dude? I'm pretty sure that means that all the women are...
Just going.
And you don't
even know where you're at.
Yeah.
Where all this comes from. You fucking hate yourself.
Yeah.
You hate women and you hate yourself.
You can't.
If you find that love for yourself, then you'll be able to understand, hey, I'm a deeper, more complex human than just dick and balls. So women might be more deeper, more complex human than just a vagina. Like, what else do you want me to say? You hate yourself.
But also, like, and this is a question that, like, you ain't got to answer it, weird nigga, because you going to jail anyways.
Sound it out, nigga. Sound it out.
When your legs is open, you doing that. Nothing crosses your mind like what?
Whoa, this is
niggas say like post. You know niggas say like post nut clarity.
Yeah,
it ain't pre nut clarity.
No.
Nothing in your
clarity.
like
nothing.
These niggas after everything's said and done, everything's said and done, they go in that bathroom mirror.
I did that.
What if I done? What if I done?
Niggas start doing push-ups on the ground at 4 in the morning.
And then 3 hours
wrong with
you blink 3 times and then keeps the subscription.
Yeah,
literally. And then we're back here.
And we're back here.
Participate in No Nut November.
And there's another
52nd hour.
And there's another discussion that I want to partake in too, is about the parents and the managers.
Gang.
Yes.
Like
also
gang.
You're literally. I feel like whoever's in charge of her shit is number one. They're exploiting the fuck out of her.
No, I was
since the age of 9.
That's what I was
they've been exploiting the shit out of her.
I think for me, right, and there are a lot of niggas who do this, but they don't understand what they're talking about. When like a woman generally will start OnlyFans, they like fatherless activities. Who's allowing XYZ? A woman can start the OnlyFans out of their own volition.
Yeah.
The problem that I have with Lil Tay's parents or team or XYZ is that no, it's not just OnlyFans now. Y'all have been trying to make a bag off this girl
since she was
a little kid.
9.
She doesn't know. She didn't have a normal childhood.
Doing
now
the
she's 18 and now we're OnlyFans. Y'all put $1 as y'all.
Y'all have made
y'all put $1 on y'all put a dog collar on your fucking kid and put her up for auction.
Y'all are a reality for your child as a kid. That's why that move to OnlyFans was such a normal thing because, bro, y'all have been making this little girl come
Bills gotta get paid, and y'all been
like
Bills gotta get paid,
and that's
what you ended up going back.
And that's what happened.
And a parent can't control everything. A parent can't control everything. And if she just did it with no input, if she wanted to do it, all right, cool. But also like the past of the fact that they've been commodifying this little girl and her personality forever, making her put on a fake persona, faking the death, and now OnlyFans. Y'all don't give a fuck about nothing.
Y'all don't give a fuck about bread.
I don't give a fuck about her.
About nothing but bread.
Bro, I looked up the age thing, my nigga. She's 18, nigga. When I saw that 2007. 2007.
You niggas
born into.
She was born in 2007. She don't even remember Obama's election. She can't remember Obama's election. She can't.
It's niggas born in 2007 walking around this earth.
And they just turned 18.
Yes. Just turned 18.
We're cooked.
We are fried.
We're fried.
And y'all niggas are in her shit.
We're getting old, and you want to know, and we're aging into a society that's
every person watching this bitch just was like, what the fuck is wrong with
really?
21.
But I was saying, we're aging into a society that's been left so shot that, like, we're not even asking the question, like, damn, you telling me all that YouTube clout and all that success and she didn't have any other avenues at 18 besides OnlyFans? Yeah, that actually happens to be a reality.
Yeah. But I'm going to keep it a bean, though. Also, though, it's back on the men. We back on the accountability thing. Because they be playing y'all dumb niggas. Because they'll get on OnlyFans and then they'll post Instagram pictures. You just gave her $1 million for Instagram pictures.
And then y'all get mad.
Shit, let's see what you got in there. A picture from yesterday.
How much hate do you think? And I'm curious. I wonder, like,
Scam me yourself,
if any woman or anybody who's familiar with OnlyFans,
if you do OnlyFans, let us know.
Like, let us know. How much hate from these niggas in this comment section do you think comes from, like, niggas who follow them, subscribe to them, and maybe, like, have created this parasocial thing where, like, she not doing what I want. She ain't give me this picture, so I'm gonna be mad. Like, it's a real science to this. That's how niggas be finessing. I heard that they be finessing them in the DMs.
I've heard that
bro,
the only
we gotta create a whole like.
We gotta do OnlyFans.
I heard a lot of like people talk about when it comes to OnlyFans, like they mainly get their bread not from subscriptions, but from what they get paid from the DMs.
Yep, I was literally gonna say that.
And when you really think about
y'all niggas be chatbotting with
you are 45 with a circle in the middle of your fucking cranium talking about can I get feet picked? Oh, we're missing it.
The president of the United States.
Not even talking to Shorty. You talking to her manager. The manager say
you talking to
a nigga named Lonzo. Nigga, you are done.
He's sending her pictures back in the bank. Nigga, you bullshitting. You remember, gang, you remember Shorty that I was on that I was streaming with, the one OnlyFans model. I remember that interaction with that OnlyFans model, right? There was an OnlyFans model that I was streaming with. She got like 700K on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Instagram. And she was a cool girl. We were just playing Fortnite, right? We was chilling. And to this day, I think about the streams we had and the amount of weird niggas that was like in that, and the amount of weird niggas that was like, damn, man, how you want to know how I did it, gang? I went in her chat and said, I went in her chat and said, you want to play Fortnite? She said, yeah. Like,
it's so like
you niggas be buying OnlyFans thinking shorties don't give a fuck about you, give a fuck about none of that shit. And then when they don't give a fuck about you, then you get mad at the shorty and say, oh, you a hoe. You only doing the OnlyFans shit for the
$5.99 deduction from your account. $5.99 deduction.
I want every man who has a problem with what any of us are saying. I want you for 10 days, every single day, for twice a day, to go up to the nearest woman and say, "How's your day going?" Just do that.
And trust me. I will say, right? We laugh, we joke, we everything or whatever. But the reason why we talk about shit like this is because we do actually genuinely want to try to be some sort of way for younger men, an alternative.
Because a lot of that is just
it's just in your mind.
Yeah, a lot of that is not only in your mind, but a lot of that is just ignorance.
Yeah,
a lot of the young men are ignorant to these talking points. Niggas, you got to really think about this. The last 5 to 10 years, these things aren't being said on a podcast. It's the other shit being said on the podcast about.
We got to
make sure you make $100,000 a year. Make sure you,
they didn't gear you up for how to handle
teaching
people
niggas, man.
because they teaching you commodities.
Bro,
keep it in the bees.
With these, the problem is with this shit. Even with Shannon Sharpe, when Yachty was telling this nigga real shit, and all he could think about was like young and this and that. Bro, a lot of these young men are over sexualizing these women, and that's why you have
a lot of older men over sexualize young men and tell you that this is what you're supposed to be doing with these women. yourself numb to it.
Niggas know what it is.
Come
Niggas
on,
know
bro.
how
We
it
have
was
to
back
look out.
then. Like,
Yes, y'all know how it
But
was.
Stop it.
That's why we have to chart a new path, and we have to actually show that it's okay to be you, to be vulnerable, to not know how to handle a situation. You will live the next day. You don't have to be groomed. You don't have to fucking crash out on women who you're supplying their income. Stop, bro. Take a deep breath and come watch the fucking.
And here's a little nugget too.
Shit, like written.
If the moment you see a woman and you automatically think sex, you're fucked already. I'm trying to tell you.
You can
please take a step back.
It's normal to be attracted to someone.
Yeah, you can be attracted.
Don't touch them. Don't make them feel uncomfortable. Please. Don't predator on them. Don't just
keep
work your
hands
shit
in
on,
your
bro.
pocket. It's like, bro. And the thing with that Stephen A. shit, right?
Unless it's just be a normal person.
Yeah.
The shit with Stephen A. of the fact of Michelle Obama even being there and saying what she was saying, you not even realizing.
You not
You don't realize what
You don't. Sure, you're a black man that
You not hearing.
Oh, you not hearing her, nigga. The fact is, like, bro, you're probably a black man that is nice to women. There's a lot of men in general that are monsters. Just like you said, a woman's worst person could be
and it might not be because I'll wrap up with this. I don't think that it has to be some binary game where women are completely innocent and men are just like monsters. But however, when we're looking at the data and what it's borne out as, I'm sorry, the unfortunate reality is that you have to be a little bit more careful as a nigga, bro.
You do, bro.
You have to be a little bit more careful.
Bro, be cognizant. It's a good thing, bro. As I've gotten older, bro, and understanding myself as a young man, bro, it's good to be cognizant about your actions, really, bro. The things that you're doing, bro.
And don't let these weird ass niggas who women don't even like them.
And if niggas,
if you're gonna listen to anybody about women,
listen to the jam.
Come to that
We have gotten so switched off as a society that when you speak on issues, you're pandering. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, bro.
And with that,
we have.
Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Jam. We got a Jams Talk comment that we're gonna get through. But I hope y'all been rocking with us. Subscribe if you haven't already. You already at this point in the video.
You know one thing we didn't mention, and it's a fucking tragedy we didn't mention. What day is it? It is August 6th.
Wednesday, August.
You know what happens on August 6th?
What?
It is Jamaican Independence.
It is Jamaica.
Hey, you know what I felt
One
like?
love.
Chicken and fried rice.
I felt like that
today.
I felt like that one odd white boy when everyone say nigga, because I didn't want to put my fingers up, but I'm like,
you get it.
Well, you gotta go to the island first, but
Exactly, bro. You've been learning.
We're going
You've
to
been
the
becoming
island,
assimilated with the
can we do it
culture.
again? Because I want to be involved.
Okay, yeah. Jamaican Independence Day. Yes, sir.
Walk one me fine.
Walk
He said walk one me fine.
Walk on me fine. Hey, shout out to all the Jamaicans. You feel
W.
You know what I mean?
Let's leave y'all with this comment. We will do more in the future, obviously. But
yeah. Also, I want to let y'all know
Talks,
we be reading all of y'all's. We got Spotify comments as well. I've been reading all of them. We be responding to them. If you see me heart your Spotify, please don't go through my Spotify account and get weird. No, like a nigga did this shit and I was like, God damn. But yeah, we be reading y'all shit. We be reading y'all shit on stream and shit. Like we be reading y'all shit. I promise. So, appreciate
It
that.
get weird sometimes.
It get a little bit weird.
here, I can read this one out. From Alexis Loves Chocolate.
I can't even read that shit.
I love chocolate.
Recent subscriber to the pod after seeing some of your clips on IG. I recommended it to my little brother, and it turned out he was already following JJ on TikTok.
Oh shit! No.
Thanks for giving young men an alternative to manosphere red pill content. Damn, it's almost like this question was picked to like that.
Oh my God.
I wonder who picked it.
Signed, an older sister. # Jam Talk. Also, if any of you are interested in reading more about love, I can't recommend all About Love by Bell Hooks. Good enough.
Probably said I can.
I can. I've read. Bell Hooks has also made another book about language and how we perceive it. I made a video about it years ago. So yeah, Bell Hooks is a very good one. I don't even read books for real, but I had no
knows.
That's a very good suggestion, and thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Shout out to your little brother.
Shout out to your brother.
Shout out all the older sisters too. You know what I mean?
Bang out. Shout out all your older sisters trying their damnedest to save their brothers right now.
Oh God.
God.
Force this podcast down their throat.
Bro, what did we say on the first episode? Four
young black men.
What was it?
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Four black young black men to fight the cause.
And we do our best because we don't just be saying bullshit unlike some niggas. But thank you guys.
Thank you
so much
Really
for the love and
appreciate that.
support.
It has been fucking insane.
Before we go, personal.
Oh yeah. One more time. J William J or J William J 8.
Yeah. AB the artist.
You know what I mean?
Nigga, I have a
Did you almost say me?
I have a drop coming.
Yeah.
Nigga, SohoStudios.co. Check that link in below.
Drop coming for real this time. For real this
Pay
time.
attention. It's rolling.
But if you want to see it pretty, nigga, you can go to It's Allen on Instagram.
Yes.
Shit. And you know where you can find me. What you on, Matt? You feel me? We streaming every single night.
Yeah.
You get all of the backgrounds. You get the JJ. You get the AB. You get the jam talks. You get the bullshit.
What about Allen?
You get the Allen, my fault. You get the Allen. You get the Allen and shit. Yeah, you know, we appreciate you.
And if you learned nothing else from this episode,
don't be a weird ass nigga, please.
More than that, the weird ass niggas do not care about protecting the fucking kids. They care about fucking the kids.
They don't.
That's what they care about. They
And
care about
grass
fucking
is
the
free.
kids.
We live in a weird society, man. So
Weird.
We live in a very real.
He said
Grass is free. Touch your fucking hand off.
Touch the soil, nigga.
touch it.
Real
Takes
shit.
them a
Real
long
shit.
time.
Let's
Process
yank them back into reality.
They yank them. Thank you guys.
Shake down and
Thank you guys for tuning in with us for another week. We hope you enjoyed. Please, like, comment, share, subscribe on all platforms, all types of shit.
Please.
We love it.
Huge things coming soon.
Huge things coming
my
soon.
goodness.
Y'all don't even know. Each week it gets
no.
crazier. But yeah, thank you guys. Have an awesome day or night wherever you may be. And see you.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like,
eat. I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.